still get pills. I'm aiming for wigs, so I'm aiming to kill. Set up in the men's, don't give a fuck, you can still get drilled. All I wanna do is crash that porn. My niggas them told me make peace before you go to war. I said fuck that, I wanna drill now and then drill some more. Smoke my man in the face, yeah that point got scored. Couldn't give a toss about law. Niggas no CB. More time if it was done by the 7, it was done by me. I ride for my G's, put my heart on the streets. So if you see me, that's not my teeth. So chat tough and I'm spinning round. Arch the upside, I spin the sounds. When I spin the bang, just try and know that's a nigga down. And where I'm from, we always know to keep things around. All the risks that the team be taking. That's why my nigga Nero's man.
For fuck's sake. Salute to you all. We've got in the building. Rob Sportsman Lee, salute to you, brother. Hope you're okay. Mark Wunderlich, as always, salute to you, bro. ABN, he's up in the house. Salute to you, brother. Hope you're well. Straight fight, salute to you. Hope you're good. Flower, as always, Queen. Watcher, salute to you. Salute to everybody. If you want to get on Watcher, you're more than welcome. Or anyone who wants to get on. And salute to you, Flower, if I haven't already said it. This video, I don't know if you can hear me. Because my internet's playing up. But if there's anyone who can hear me, just put a 1 and I'll be able to see. Oh, hey up, Mike. If you want to get on, Mike, you're more than welcome. I just want to catch up on... oh, yeah, you can hear me. Oh, good. That's good news then. I just want to catch up on some fights. Talk about some fights. What have happened since I was last on. It's been a couple of weeks now since I was last on. I'm just trying to bloody find them. Yeah, so we'll start with this. I can hear me. Malik Omar, salute to you. Okay, I haven't seen you around for a while. Salute to you, brother. All right. So, ripping through it then. Did any of you see this fight last week? I was looking forward to seeing Joseph Parker. Yeah, all right, watch. I'll send you a link now. Just let me invite you. Gmail. Cypress Hill, salute to you, good brother. I hope you're good. Right, I'm sending it now, watch you. So it's just sending. Check your email, bro. Sent it. Right, anyway, I've sent that now, watch you. Yeah, so just quickly ripping through this. I was looking forward to this fight because I do believe these two have had a bit of beef over the years. I think I heard someone say that Farah had beat Parker in the Olympics, and I think not in the Olympics, when they were younger amateurs, and this is where the beef come from. I was looking forward to seeing Parker, but Junior Farr just stunk the place out with that holding. That excessive holding, I've never seen anything like it. You there, watcher?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
All right, cool. I'll take this overlay off in a minute. Did you watch this fight, brother?
I watched it live.
Yeah, I did. It came on at 11 o'clock in the morning over here. So I got up and watched it. I nearly ended up falling back asleep. It was a proper snooze fest, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I had to watch it though. You know, that's my the cousin to my country, pretty much. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you chop on it first, man, and then I'll follow along.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying, like, I was looking forward to it, but Junior Fard, the amount of excessive holding what he was doing, it just completely ruined the fight. I mean, I know he had a game plan and stuff like that, but the amount of holding what he was doing, it was disgusting. I will never watch Junior Far fight again. Never. Not after that. I mean, every time Josie Parker let his hands go, he kept holding him. And like I say, I stress, I know it's a game plan, but come on, man. There's holding and then there's flipping holding. That just took the piss, that did, what he did. And I don't want to see Joseph Parker now fighting any more mid-tier or mid-level heavyweight fighters. I want to see Joseph Parker back in the mix. I was looking on Boxing Square did a poll on YouTube saying is he still an elite heavyweight, and 20% said no. No, sorry, 27% of them said yes, and 34% said no. But I mean, I disagree with that. I still think Parker's got something good to go. And I've heard now Derek Chisora's coming out and saying that he wants to fight him. He would have beat him up. And I'm like, Derek, I think you're a great fighter. You've been a good asset to the sport, but mate, you've been beaten that many times now. I just don't want to see. You couldn't deal with Usyk, so there's no way on earth that you're going to deal with Joseph Parker, who's a natural heavyweight. I'm sending it you now, Mike. Bruce Go, salute to you, brother. If you want to get on, you're welcome as well. You know that, bro. Just let me know. So go on, Watcher. What's your chop on it, bro?
I agree with the holding. It seemed that the game plan was to make Parker throw and, hold him and tie him up and, get him tired and then open up. But the problem with that was they thought Parker would be placid with it, and he wasn't. I think about 2 minutes into the fight, where he realized Junior was holding a little bit too much early on, he stuck his forearm out and he stuck his elbow out. And he did it to him on the ropes as well, as he turned him around. He thought, I'm not letting anyone else put me in this position. And if they do, they're going to cop this to the throat. And that's what I liked. There's that mental switch there from Parker. Mentally, he's improved. He's not accepting that position. Now, was he in that position a lot? Yes, because Farr just held way too much. I mean, that was worse than Klitschko, man. And
for
Klitschko
real.
did bad things. He would get you with the elbow and then lean. He'd put all his weight on you. His chin would be on your spine. He was scared, man. Like, he just ran.
Yeah.
You see how much movement he was doing in that first round. Don't even worry about the rest of the rounds. The first round, dude, he was just on his bike straight away. I didn't even know he could move like that for such a big man. But the whole point is that Parker pretty much won most of the rounds. I probably give Farr about 3 rounds. And with that being said, he pressed. He hurt Farr in the 3rd round. He hurt him a couple times. And he was absolutely killing him to the body. I mean, there was a point where he was on his neck. And Parker, instead of stepping back out, he just ripped, I reckon, about 6 punches. And you could just hear the impact on them. At the end of the day, Parker came to win. He pressed. And I cannot wait to see him back in the mix.
Me too.
In terms of the Chisora fight.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I really don't want to see Chisora. I'm being serious here, right? This could be one of those fights where he goes out with a bit of damage. Like, I'm talking, like, language and everything, all that, because you got beat by Usyk. right?
Yeah.
Who really isn't, campaigned well at this weight anyway. None of them performed well in that fight, both the winner
No,
and the
no.
loser. If Parker fought Chisora in 2019, where he got the spider bite, he would have beat Chisora then. And I actually find it a bit disrespectful. You know, Junior Fire was number 5 in the WBO, regardless of what you want to say about Junior Fire as a fighter. Now
Yeah.
he's beat someone in the top 5 of a sanctioning body. Chisora is yet to do that.
Exactly.
His last win was against David Price, who was unranked, and now all of a sudden this guy feels like he can call out Parker. He's
I
going to
know,
get
yeah.
seriously hurt in that fight. That's why I would like Parker to be in the mix with someone up there. Usyk, Joyce, Hunter, those type of guys. Hell, even a
Facts.
Dillian White rematch if
I was
Pivek
going to
performs
say
that
the
way.
same thing. I was going to say the same thing.
Yep. You know what? I'm telling you now, if those two had a rematch, Parker would annihilate him. Because that first fight, everything was stacked against Parker. He had like only an 8-week training camp. The referee, hometown, the headbutt in the freaking second round, the elbowing, the leaning, the referee getting in the way. I mean, and he still almost got the win. I had White winning by 1 point. And the only reason I have him winning by 1 point was because the freaking second round was counted as a knockdown, as a 10-8. But it
Yeah.
was a headbutt. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Parker gives him hell. He will beat him in a rematch. And Parker's going to give a lot of other guys hell. He's up there, I'm telling you. For the people that
yeah.
want to write him off,
Totally
no.
agree. Totally
No.
agree, Watcher. I mean, I've said it several times over the last couple of years. Well, ever since he lost to Dillian White on points, I still said Josie Parker. People might not think so, but me personally, I think Joseph Parker has got the skills. I've always says he lacks a bit of killer instinct, but he seems like he's trying to find that gear again. But the problem is with him, he's very comfortable at fighting these mid-level tier heavyweights or up and coming mid-level tier heavyweights, which is not good enough. He needs, like you said, he needs to seal a fight with Usyk or a top 5, top 8 heavyweight fighter to get back in the mix. It's no good going back. Derek Chisora does fucking brush him to a side because, like we've just said, you couldn't deal with Usyk, so there's no way on earth that you're gonna deal with
It was Parker.
yeah, with Parker. Mike, you got an echo, bro.
Yeah. He needs to dismiss him. And, like, you got to fight the guy that lost to a guy that beat you, who got beat twice. So Dillian White beat Chisora twice.
Exactly.
And you got beat by White. And really, you should, like, I know the situation there with Povetkin, right? But I think he fought those fights like the Shaundell Winters and the Leopires and the Floreses because I think, his promoter, I think Eddie Hearn's his promoter now.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit about Parker. He does
No.
not.
No.
And he needs to, I don't know, man. I don't think Eddie Hearn's doing like Chisora's number 15 in the WBO. Okay. He's almost unranked in that organization. Just go for someone. I would love for him to go for like a you can't go for Hunter now because Hergovich is fighting him.
Yeah.
I don't know who else there is there. I
He,
mean,
he needs to go to America. Now he's split with Kevin Barry. He needs to go to America. That's where Joseph Parker needs to reinvent himself.
he
He
was
needs
there
to.
though.
No, but I
Vegas was
mean,
his training
he
camp.
was under the same trainer though, wasn't he, Kevin Barry?
Yeah, but he's
That,
bringing someone new in, which is good.
yeah, that's what I mean. He needs to get. Malik Omar's put. No, let me just read these few comments. Well, Magic Man's put Andy Ruiz is looking quite Adonis lately. I'm going to bring that up in a bit. Well, Ruiz must be melting the chocolate off them Snickers as he's eating the nuts. Mark Wunderlich saying salute to Bruce Goes. Malik Omar, salute to you, bro. He's put Josie Parker needs to fight some American heavyweights. I clearly thought Parker won the fight against his last opponent. Yeah, me too. I mean, if you think about it, he's a very unlucky guy because that referee every time he fought AJ and he tried to fight on the inside, every time the ref just stopped him straight away. And Dillian White was 10 seconds away from getting knocked out. So he can do it. He can do it. He just needs to fight better opponents now.
I don't think it's really up to him that he's fought those guys. Like, I think his objective was just to stay busy because he knew he wasn't getting those big fights. Like, Joshua wasn't going to give him a rematch. Dillian White sure as hell wasn't going to give him a rematch. But I will say that the Chisora fight, there's nothing in it for him. It's just a bit of money, and that's it. But at this point, it's not really about the money. It's about your legacy.
What's up, fellas?
I'm telling you, with that Joshua fight, Joshua did not like getting hit in that fight. That's why he fought the way he did. Because he knew if he got into that inside exchange with Parker, he would lose that battle. Because he can't take that punch, you see? Same as Dillian White. Look at that first round before he gets headbutted, right? Dillian couldn't touch him at all. I mean, the dude
he was making him miss
falling over the whole place. That headbutt saved him, I'm telling you. But, you know, man, we'll see what happens. You know, it's a bit of a mess in the heavyweight division right now. So we should get some clarity.
Yeah. Go on, Mike.
Well, I don't blame him for fighting a foul guy. You know, that's his, thing going on over there in his country and shit like that or whatever. But a lot of these fights are being brought up by, Edward Hearn, so it ain't even it's not even Joseph Parker, you know what I'm saying? But I understand what you guys are saying with the legacy thing, but I don't know what they're telling the guy. But once again, folks out here keeping Derek Chisora alive. Do I think he should fight Derek Chisora? Fuck no.
Yeah.
And I think that the reason why he shouldn't fight him is because, like, the dude, he keeps taking hot L's.
Exactly, Mike.
We're not talking about championship fights or anything like that. We're talking about Derek Chisora has solidified himself as a pure journeyman.
Yeah, he has now.
People can slice it, they can cut it, they can say this. Oh well, he's not no Sean Porter of the division or anything like that. He's a dude that gets up in there, fights the same way, gasses out the same way, does the same thing over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, maybe he likes fighting, and he likes fighting for a way of making a living and stuff like that. But he takes hot L's every single time he remotely steps up, and I think it's about time that people, fans and stuff like that, put that nigga, excuse my French, in his place. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great comment.
I don't hate Derek Chisora.
No, I don't, Mike.
But when you trying to put that Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker is supposed to be pay-per-view, like this is supposed to bring it all the bells and whistles out of Derek Chisora. Let's rewind the tail of the tape, and let's see how he performed. He does the same thing. He never progressed with his boxing skills. Never. He never progressed with his stamina. And he keeps fucking stinking up the place. And I think that at the end, let's just put it like this. They're always trying to nitpick on trying to get these guys certain fights. And I think they just giving this fight because they think that people are going to show up and buy this fucking pay-per-view.
Exactly, Mike. Hit the nail right on the flipping head there, bro. That's what I was gonna come to. You smashed it there, Mike. That is all it is, Mike. It's to help sell a pay-per-view, another pay-per-view for him.
Right.
I ain't interested in that shit. I don't want to see it. Derek Chisora has been, to me, I like Derek because he's up for a fight, but man, like Watcher said, you've taken 10 L's. You couldn't deal with your last opponent, who isn't a natural heavyweight. CB Sports, salute to you, bro. And salute to you, Reggie. And as Watcher pointed out, and you've pointed out, and I've pointed out, you ain't, I don't want to see it. You're stinking out the place with these L's now. So, Josie Parker, man, brush him aside now and just forget about him. I just want to read this comment, what Bruce Ghost put. He's put, Loz, do the Brits like Chisora like they like Henry Cooper? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, mate. That's very true. The British people like most fighters, or more or less all the fighters what come out of their own country. But yeah, Derek has got a big following over here, yeah, because people like his attitude. You know, he's always up for a fight, but like we're saying, it's getting beyond a joke now. Watching him lose all the time, and like Mike just pointed out, it's perfect. All he wants is it's just a payday for him. So that's all it is. It's just a payday.
Yeah, look at them. Look at them other guy. Who was it? I forget his name, but look at them. Look at the other guy. You know that tall ass motherfucker. What's his name again from the UK? Tall ass motherfucker. Look at him. Yeah, look at Price. I mean,
exactly, Mike. That's the way he's going.
They gave Price so chance after chance after chance after chance after chance to
Dave Allen's another.
Yeah, gave him chances after chances, and people keep. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, if that's what some people want to see, that's their business. You know, will it be a good fight? I don't think so. Because Derek Chisora is going to do one thing. He's going to fight, come up in there fighting the same way. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably most likely going to get caught by Joseph Parker.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think he's going to get knocked out, and he'll get hurt. He'll get really hurt off Joseph Parker. For me, if Parker, yeah, go on.
Just my last point on this topic. Do you remember when before Dubois fought Joyce, right?
Yeah.
People were talking about, oh, you know, Dubois can beat Parker and, you know, this and that. I said, look, man, if I'm having doubts about him beating Joyce, I'm pretty sure Parker would hurt him badly. Because to me, like, you know, these fans, they just brush off fighters like they're nothing. Now, Chisora's a different story because I thought, hang on a minute, he's got 8 losses. No, he's got freaking 10.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And he's like the highest paid journeyman. He got $6 million for the Usyk fight. He got more than Usyk in that fight. But I'm telling you now, he's going to fight. The way he fought Usyk, he'll do the same thing with Parker. He'll just swing wild and he'll get tired in like 2 rounds.
Yeah, and then end up getting smashed up and knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Like David Haye.
Say again.
Pretty much like David Haye. He's going to walk onto that punch.
Yeah,
that was a bad knockout.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. He's taken some bad knockouts. He got knocked out smooth out off Dillian White. He got knocked out off Did Tyson Fury knock him out in the second fight?
He stopped him.
Yeah, he stopped him. Yeah. That's what I mean. He like I say, Derek, man, go sit down somewhere now, brother, and just retire and enjoy your retirement. Like I say, I've got nothing against Derek Chisora. I like his attitude, but like Mike said, you lack stamina. You've lost too many times, and it's just another payday. And Parker ain't gonna do your career any good going on fighting people like Derek Chisora. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. Right. Let's go on.
I don't think he needs. I don't think he needs to retire, but he needs to get the fuck out of the way.
But
You
Mike,
know.
what's the point in him fighting, mate? Because
Well, the point of him fighting is because
what's he
this
gonna
is
do?
the point of him fighting is this is how he makes a living. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
This
but
is hold up now. He's been a boxer probably for like what 10, 15 years. So, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. He's institutionalized. He can't go out there and get a regular fucking job and shit like that. And you know what I'm
you don't
saying?
need to because they're fucking
Well,
millionaires.
well, I don't know. I don't know what his financial thing is, but if I was him, I'd probably be boxing too because this is the thing I love and stuff like that. But
then end up going on talking like Rocky.
no, well, yeah, he is. He's on his way. But
Well, that's what I mean. Why
my
do
whole
that?
thing is that I don't understand why would you want to sit there and take all that punishment because the simple fact is, see, you take more punishment by not training right, by not learning different skills, by not getting your defense, by not learn how to fight different styles of fighters, not knowing when to get off and stuff like that. You hurt yourself more in the long run. And that's what he's been doing. That's what a lot of these other fighters been doing. You know, you're going to put your high guard up and sit on the goddamn ropes and eventually get knocked out. That's what he's going to do. Guarantee you, if this fight happens, Derek Chisora is going to be tired he's going to be dead tired 5th or 6th round.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree. But that's what Will's saying, and I agree with him. Let's face it, Derek is a one-trick pony and a looping over and right. Yeah, and we've seen it all so many times. Right, I want to change the subject now. If I can find it. Did any of you watch that Canelo fight? Before any of you say anything, because I'm playing catch up. You see, Shadow 994. Who's that? Is that you, Shadow 979? If it is, I'll wrench you up. Salute to you anyway. I like to see Chisora versus Wilder for the health of. Well, that's fucking pointless. That will. He'll be on his back.
That was going to happen.
Yeah, well, you know
back
what
in
would happen
2014.
there. He'd be on his back
I'm
before
glad it
he'd
didn't
even
happen.
come out.
I think we know what would happen in that one.
Exactly. He'd be, like I say, he'd be on his back before he'd even got off his stool. He's still, like Mike says, I like the guy, and I don't want to see him. The best way for me to say I like the guy, and I don't want to see him damage his career any more than he's damaged. I don't want to see him end up talking like James Toney and people like that. Just and Oliver McCall just still fighting for the sake of fighting. I know some fighters can't let go. All right, it's you, Shadow. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a wrench, bro. Salute to you, Shadow. Hope you're good, bro. And I don't want to see him damage his. Do you know what I mean? Like you said before, he's a high-paid journeyman, but come on now, enough's enough. Like Kevin Johnson was for the over here. He kept coming over here because he could get paydays, but he kept getting beat up, and then he kept coming back. Richard Lartley.
I'd rather see David Price than fucking Derek Chisora. I'm sorry.
Richard Lartley's another one. He's going down that road now, getting beat up and high-paid journeyman.
Well, that's by way of Edwin Hearn, because Edwin Hearn is giving them fights with those guys because they know that Richard Lartley is not a punk, but he doesn't have the training and all that stuff. He doesn't have the trainers and all that stuff, and they know that he's on the what would you call that shit? He's on the fritz, like they know they got him. You know what I'm saying? Because he has all this stuff that he has to deal with that. But my fight that I'm gonna put him in with is the one that's he has the trainers, he has all this, and you know what I'm saying. But Richard Lartley coming by way out of what is it, Ghana, and who's his trainer? Is he gonna get a visa? Is he gonna be able to get into the? Are we gonna fuck him up again? Because every time he fights, he damn near can't get to the country till like a week before the fight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Richard Lartley, yeah, he's old. That motherfucker, he got a son that's a professional fighter, I think. Um, but like I said, a lot of fighters, everybody can, American fighters going over there to UK learning some stuff, going over there to France and stuff over there learning some stuff. UK guys doing the same thing, French guys doing the same thing, cross training. A lot of people can benefit of doing that, including their trainers. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I don't understand if you want to be a professional fighter, but you want to keep doing the same thing in the ring over and over again. But like with the Christian Shields fight, well, I ain't gonna go on that because you might hit it. But it's like, I don't know. It's like a job interview. You take a couple of job interviews. You figure out why you didn't get the job. You fix your resume and stuff like that. You don't come up in there with the same resume over and over and over and over and over and over again, taking hot L's. You spruce it up. You try to fix it up. You try to go over here,
Exactly.
get some training and shit like that. Like, I don't understand why, you don't have a regular job. You don't have a job. Your job is boxing. You got $5 million to fight fucking Dillian White. Probably left home with $2-3 million. There's no way in hell some of these boxers getting M's can't just fucking sit there and I don't know, put the bottle down, put the pussy down. I don't know what it is.
Put the pussy down.
I don't know what it is. Like, that's stopping them from like going to the gym. Like, you can even go to the gym like on your off season and just half-ass it and be better off than just sitting at home eating fucking whatever. Curry goat, rice and peas, brown stew chicken. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I know you a heavyweight fighter, but how the fuck you coming in this fight? 230, 240 something, and then the next fight you coming in with titties.
To be fair though, Mike, he's been in a lot better shape under the guidance of David A.
Yeah, but I don't think
a lot better shape, and I don't want to hear David A coming out saying, "Oh, he's doing things in the gym what he's never done before." Because David, we've heard that one about 15 times. We all know that you're a diva, and you're like, I mean, I can understand you trying to sell him as sell a fight, but come on, man.
But that's the thing, though. He can't fight. He can't fight like Derek. He can't fight like David Haye. He has to fight like Derek Chisora, but with some new tools. He can't. That's the mismatch.
I mean, to be fair, Mike, last time I gave him a chance was when he knocked out Spilker, and then he went on a bit of a run. Salute to you, Cali. Salute, brother. You know, they're all coming through tonight. Chisora on the hay medication. Lol. Yeah.
The Achilles medication.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, salute to you, Cali. I hope you're good, brother. Like I say, right. To wrap it up, because I want to change the subject now. To wrap it up, just forget about him and move on, Joseph Parker, onto someone different than flipping, than Derek Chisora. If you want to get on, Cali, you're more than welcome. You know that, right? I want to talk about this fight then, Mike. I mean, because I'm good. Okay, yeah, good on you, brother. I mean, I said this about a month before this even come out that this fight was going to be made. I mean, I didn't even watch that Canelo, whatever he was called, interim. What was his name? That Turkish guy. I didn't even
worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
But what I've heard is he apparently he didn't even throw a punch. Did he? Just stood there and got beat up.
It was disgusting. Don't even worry about it. Fucking disgusting. I mean, just ask Watcher. Like ask Watcher. Like there's just go ahead, Laws.
Yeah, well, I'm just laughing at you. The same salute to Cali. Well, the thing is, right, Mike. I've been reading a lot of articles up and down the UK, like different newspapers and stuff like that, websites, and a lot of people are saying that a lot of British people think that Billy Joe Saunders is going to get smashed in. What do you think? Go on. I'll talk on it after you, and then watch you, and then I'll have my point.
Oh, you want me to go first, then Watcher? Or
Yeah,
Watcher,
and then
then me?
and then whoever, and then I'll follow up last.
Well, Watcher ain't saying nothing.
What would you like me to say?
Anything.
No, that was rhetorical. Watcher, that was what Watcher said. That was rhetorical. Like, what the fuck you want me to say? Shit.
Mm.
Go ahead, Watcher.
Right, I'm
Talk
going to read these comments.
You put this poster up of those two. I mean,
Let me read these comments quick, and then I'll spin
Don't
off on
cut
it.
him off now.
No, because the comments are coming through. Same as Peter Fury always saying, you're going to see a different you. Yeah, exactly. Will Magic Man.
You
That is
did. You
bang
did. No,
on
you
that.
did. You did. You saw different fucking pimples. The pimples was gone.
Yeah, what's Callie put? I'm not watching any Canelo fight where I already know the outcome. Exactly, Callie. So I guess it's going to be a while until it's one of his fights. Yeah, good point. Very good point. Do you know what, Callie? I remember you saying a few months back about Canelo smashing up that 175 division. And do you know what, mate? I'm with you on that. I think he could. Because I think Berteviev is way too inactive and he is very slow. Don't get me wrong, the guy's a powerhouse. But he's just too inactive and he's getting very old now. Let me just read these comments quick. BO, what's he put? B2, put Billy's gonna make a lot of fans. Billy's gonna make a lot of people fans in boxing. Guts, that's for sure. What's he mean by that? People fans of his boxing and guts for sure.
I think he's saying that Billy got
I won't be
guts.
surprised. One bit of Billy, yeah. Well, I was going to say I wouldn't. If Billy, right? Black Banter, salute to you, brother. Salute to you, Gil Cole's main man. Salute to you, Gil. I want to go back to his comment. Billy Joe Saunders to me has always been hot and cold. He's always blue, hot and cold to me. One of the ones. Salute to you, brother. He's either up for it or he isn't. Now I've always stressed if Billy Joe Saunders at the time when he fought David Lemieux, was it back in 2017 or 2018? If that was the Billy Joe Saunders what fought Canelo, I think Billy Joe Saunders would have schooled him. But for me, Billy Joe Saunders, since that win over David Lemieux, has been too inactive. He's fought not very good competition, whereas Canelo, even though he has been fighting stiffs and stuff like that, Canelo's very active, and I just can't see. I don't know. Billy Joe Saunders did make a good comment though a few months back. He said, "If I'm to fight Canelo, I need a 3 to 4 month training camp. I don't want to do what Callum Johnson
Kovalev did.
Yeah, I don't want to just have a couple of weeks and fight him." Callie's salute to you, one of the ones. Hope you're good, brother. Long time no see. Callie's put Michael. Oh, salute to you. He's put Billy Joe Saunders said that he has lost 4 stone. This is what I mean. He could. I wouldn't. I agree with this fella. I'm going to give him a wrench. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. If he did beat him, because I know, right, Mike, that Billy Joe Saunders, he is gonna come in, and I'm telling you, man, he's gonna come in good shape for this. He knows he's got to be, and he will. I think he will surprise people. That he will come in good shape. Go on, Mike.
Well, Laws is like we said earlier. A couple of days ago, it's like it depends on what Billy Joe Sanders shows up. But I don't care what 4 stones, 5 stones. Hell, the motherfucker could have lost 10 stones. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, Yurdom and motherfucker Billy Joe, as far as what. See, this is just me. The whole situation is fucking ass. This whole fucking situation is some soft shoe ass shit. You mean to tell me you're gonna fight this Yurdom guy, then you got all these people making excuses on why you fought the guy? Well, this is mandatory. This is the third. Well, how did he become a mandatory? Probably because somebody in his team either asked for it or whatever the case may be. Because he could have fought somebody else in the WBC that was readily available that could have put up more than a fight than that at 168. Now he's going to fight fucking Billy Joe Sanders, right? Well, guess what? Remember, Billy Joe Sanders was supposed to fight fucking Demetrius Andrade, but for some odd fucking reason, Billy Joe Sanders thought it was okay to fucking take nasal spray, you know what I'm saying? And he popped and he didn't lose the fight. So now this guy is getting rewarded. He fucks up a whole fucking fight card, fucks up people's paydays on the fight card, fucks up Demetrius Andrade's fucking payday. Now, all of a sudden, he's getting rewarded at 168 above everybody fucking else, including Demetrius Andrade, because now he's going to get up in here and fight Canelo. I think that shit is fucking disgusting. I think at minimum, the guy that should be fighting right now is Demetrius Andrade. He's the guy that was supposed to fight Billy Joe, but Billy Joe fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
But then it goes on to this the whole Billy Joe Sanders character. Now, I don't want to hit into all the stuff that he said off the camera. I mean, on camera and stuff like that about his career in boxing and all that shit. But at the end of the day, I don't want to hear nothing about how spectacular Canelo's run for Undisputed is.
No, yeah, I know. I'm gonna come to that. But the thing is, though, Mike, right? Okay, yeah, I agree with the nasal spray shit. He should have been fighting. Like the. I'm gonna bring. I need to read these comments.
He should have came back and fought Demetrius Andrade.
Yeah, I understand that, but he didn't. He for some unknown reason he didn't. But for me, in fighting Canelo is a bigger risk, I think, than fighting Demetrius Andrade, because I think Canelo would beat Demetrius Andrade. I don't know because Andre's a classy operator as well.
But that wasn't
what?
But that wasn't the plot. What I was saying, the plot. What I was saying.
I know what you're on about. His way to undisputed.
Because like we said, Billy Joe might fuck around and win.
Yeah. Well, let me just read these comments quick. This guy's put Canelo's going to be fighting Brits and Europeans for the next 2 years. Eddie has to get them UK subs up for the zone. Yeah, right on. That's a good point. Facts, Michael. Shadow saying hello. Callie's put Canelo only wants to fight European fighters. Yep. He certainly don't want to fight Andrade. Charlos. That's a fact. C is for, so what's he for? C is for cherry picking. Black Banter. He's underrated. Oh yeah, they talk to each other. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's frustrating. We spoke about this the other week, didn't we? About the road to undisputed for Canelo, because if he beats Billy Joe Saunders, in my eyes, he's gonna fight Caleb Plant, and then that'll be it. He's undisputed. He's never going to fight David Benavidez, and he's never going to fight Jamal Charlo or any of the Charlos. And that's what fucking pisses me off. But I think if Billy Joe beat him, I don't know. I don't know.
You forgot about Watcher, Laws.
Yeah, go on, watch it. Watch it.
I don't
I'm going for a
have a
cig
ton to
anyway.
add. I agree with what you guys are saying. In terms of this fight itself, Billy isn't even better than Lara.
Mm.
And he brings his feet together far too much. He has no body defense at all,
Mm.
and his jab is not strong enough to even keep him off. If you look at the Lara fight,
Mm.
Lara turned on that jab, and he was making Canelo have second thoughts at times coming in. Now, I think the Billy Joe that fought Lemieux would have a better chance by far, but you know what, man? He just, for me, he doesn't really live the life like he used to of a fighter, and he's got to get broken down eventually. For the first couple rounds, he'll be on his bike, and then he's going to get cut off. He's going to get put on the ropes, and he's going to get broken down. I think he's going to get stopped.
See, I disagree there.
Well,
I dis.
Lost, hold
I
up.
di-
Watcher said it.
Well,
Watcher saw it
well,
too. The motherfucker
yeah.
ain't got it. Billy Joe Sanders' jab sucks.
Let me. Right. Well, yeah, but Mike, Billy Joe Saunders. If you've got good movement, Billy Joe Saunders, he doesn't. If his jab sucks, he's got move. You can't say Billy Joe Saunders can't move. Callie, put your email in, bro, and I'll shoot you a link. No problem. Billy, you can't say Billy Joe Saunders can't move because he can move. Whether he's as good as some of the other fighters Canelo's fought, like Lara and stuff like that, let's not forget Canelo don't like fighting southpaws. And if Billy Joe's on his game like he was against, that's if, and very much, you're rewinding some years back, but if he is able to fight like the way how he did against David Lemieux, you can't say that. Me personally, I think he stands a good chance of beating him. Salute to you, Mo. Salute to you, brother. And salute Canvas.
Laws, I said it too, just like the same thing that Watcher said, man. You got to, Canelo has to have something. In order for you to fight Canelo, you got to have something that's going to make Canelo respect you. And when he throws that I got to get this pizza real quick. But when he throws that jab, he's going to get hit every single time.
Not necessarily. And the thing is, underrated darkness, put Billy got no power. Yeah, and I understand that he's not a big puncher, but that don't mean that you can't school someone. Let's not forget, Canelo's very flat-footed. He's very flat-footed. Callie, if you won't get on, bro. If you won't get on, bro, I don't know I don't know how to send the link to the chat. I only know how to send it via email. But that's what I'm saying.
I can send it to him.
Yeah, send it or just bang it in the thing. I'm not going to be on for ages, but you're more than welcome to get on.
Man, Laws, you're gonna be on as long as I tell you to be on.
You're going to shut the fuck up because I'm going to mute your mic. Tell you what, I think I might still have Callie's. I think I might have Callie's email actually. I'm sure I have from a long time ago. No, I haven't.
Let me just put the link in the chat.
Yeah.
Where the fuck Laws? Oh, Laws on clicking the goddamn buttons, Laws. Fucked you up.
Yeah.
Okay, he back.
Yeah.
I got you, Laws.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, nice one. Callie's put it in the chat anyway. Yeah, but this thanks, Mike. Like I say, I do believe, like Callie made some good points a few months back, and I heard what he said about him. He clears out that 175 division, and I think Canelo would clear that 175 division out. because I just think Batavia, as much as I love Batavia, I think he's a monster. I just think he's too inactive and he's getting older. He doesn't fight much. He's very slow, but he's got a bit of a suspect chin as well. But don't get me wrong, the guy's got phenomenal power. But Bivol, I've never been a big fan of Bivol. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything superior about him. Where I've heard people say that there is, but I don't think there is. What's going on here? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Loud and
All
clear.
right, cool. Yeah. So me personally, as the Billy Joe Saunders goes at the moment with this fight with Canelo, I think Billy's downfall is gonna be because he's been too inactive, way too inactive, and he hasn't been fighting the best competition. And I think obviously because Canelo's still been, hasn't been fighting the best competition, but he's been very active, and he's fought a lot better competition than what Billy Joe has. I think Canelo will beat him on either a late stoppage or points. But I wouldn't be surprised though if Billy Joe Saunders did pull it off, because I do think he's capable of doing it by outboxing him. People might think I'm mad and chatting shit, whatever, but we always agree to disagree. We all have different opinions. I hope the main man's here. What's good, Kelly? Setting his mic up.
No, I had to mute the YouTube. What's going on, Phil?
Yeah, I'm
What
good.
up?
With you, brother?
What's going on, Callie?
Same old shit, different day, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thinking about the Caribbean, thinking about continent of Africa. You know what I mean, man? Ready to get on and start traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right
Yeah.
on.
That's good. So what have you got to
You got
say,
him?
Kelly?
Okay, everybody.
Yeah, I can hear you,
Okay,
bro.
this is my thing, man. Oh, for sure, man. It's yeah, man. It's afternoon right now here, man, in California, man. 3:22 in the afternoon. As far as what I think about Billy Joe Saunders, Billy Joe Saunders, he was taking on Xylophone when he beat David Lemieux. He hasn't been that guy since he's gotten caught against Demetrius Andrade. So he hasn't really fought like that since, man. He's not that dude anymore. He's only that dude when he can take the Xylophone, because the Xylophone gave him endurance. That's what it does. It cuts fat and it increases your endurance. So if he's able to take that, which Canelo not gonna allow him to take that. Come on, man. Canelo the ace. So you think Canelo gonna allow this man to get some type of advantage where he can get on his toes and move around the ring for 12 rounds? Oh no. Canelo's fighting this dude because he expects this dude to fight inside the pocket like he's done in his last whatever, how many fights he's at. I think I seen like his last 2 fights or something like that. Dude looked like absolute dog shit. He has not looked good since he fought Billy. I mean, since he fought David Lemieux, man.
He's
that guy, you saw it. Remember? You got to remember this. Yeah. When David Lemieux, when Billy Joe Saunders beat up David Lemieux like that, you saw that Canelo wanted no parts with this dude. Canelo, they wanted no parts with this fucking dude, bro. He ain't gonna fight nobody like that, man. Canelo wants to fight dudes who's gonna stand right there in front of him, bro. Yes, he don't want to fight anybody. He's gonna out-athlete him, which is why Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo have no chance to get the fight. Come on, man. I mean, everybody always says, I think he's gonna beat Demetrius Andrade. Dude, he's supposed to fight this motherfucker like 7 years ago. They was supposed to fight like 7 years ago, bro. This dude, man, Andrade been trying to fight this dude since like 2014. Canelo wouldn't fight him. Canelo was his mandatory at one point. Decided to pass up the WBO because the wrong guy had the belt. The same thing he did with David Benavidez. The wrong guy had the belt. Once the belt is in the hands of somebody or it's free, then Canelo will jump on it. But if the wrong guy got the belt, Canelo don't want the fucking belt. And if if the wrong guy's the mandatory, then Canelo don't want the belt. Canelo want to fight certain type of dudes, bro. Slow, stiff white boys. That's what he want to fight, bro. I don't know why everybody keep giving and just assuming, I just think Canelo going to beat this dude. Why do you make that assumption? Canelo won't fight the guy. When has Canelo showed you any sign he want to fight some black dude like that, bro? Some athletic dude? When? Can anybody show me the last time? It's been a long time since Canelo's fought an athletic black dude. If you notice, he's gone the rest of his career going out of the way not to fight them kind of guys. So we got to stop with the assumptions that he's going to fight these kind of. No, he's not.
Yeah, no, he's not. I know that he's never going to fight Charlo or Benavidez or people like that.
No,
Andre. Yeah, I know that, brother.
Yeah, he don't have no interest. No, but I think there's another guy on the panel saying this. Like, you think he's going to do it based on what? Canelo is showing you stuff. He don't even want to fight them kind of dudes. He has no interest in fighting them dudes. Zero. Yeah. I don't know how everybody can't see it. Like, I just pay attention to boxing. That's why I don't watch boxing as much anymore, because it's about bullshit.
Yeah,
boxing is about scamming and conning the fans. So what I watch is that I just pay attention to what fighters say. Like Vasyl Lomachenko when it comes to the Devin Haney situation, dude just talking off the side of his neck. Don't give a fuck what he said. He ain't had no intention to fight Devin Haney. You know how I know this? Because I've been watching boxing long enough. I know he had an opportunity. He could have fought Devin Haney already. He didn't want to. He chose to take the duck belt, the franchise belt. Canelo chose to take the duck belt over fighting Charlo. He, instead of going for undisputed, he could have fought Demetrius Andrade for undisputed or fought his mandatory and Jamal Charlo. He decided to take it. He decided to have the WBC make a duck belt for him. Yeah. That's the route he chose. So he could have fought Demetrius Andrade twice now. He chose to duck him twice. He could have fought the Charlo at 154. He chose to fight duck him. He could have fought Andrade at 154. He said no. He could have fought Andrade and Charlo at 160. He said no. So why do people think that he's going to fight this dude? And now this is the actual thing that happened. So why do people want to make an assumption that all of a sudden that Canelo Alvarez wants to fight one of these brothers? He had no intention of fighting these dudes.
I know that, yeah. He's never going to fight. Oh, I said this about a month ago, Kelly, on the live stream. I said Benavidez and Charlo, you can forget them. He's never going to fight them. Because when I heard that Charlo...
He likes slow, stiff Euros, bro. Slow, stiff Euros.
Yeah, that's what that B2OB said. He's going to be fighting Europeans and British fighters for the next few years, and then probably retire or something.
Well, Eddie Hearn is pretty much, I mean, he's kind of his promoter without actually being his promoter. So Eddie Hearn has a whole factory of dudes he can fight from over there in Europe. So, I mean, that's where you're going to see him beating up on them dudes over there, man. I mean, don't expect Canelo. I mean, I guess he's going to sneak in Caleb Plant in there. He's white too, but I mean, Caleb Plant can present some problems, but Caleb Plant is susceptible to overhand right. So that's not a good. So I saw him where he don't leave his hands up. So I could see how he could be taken advantage of. But if he cleans that up, he could be a problem for Canelo. He's about the only one that could be a problem for Canelo, in my opinion. But I got Canelo over him because if he just is susceptible to overhand right, and that's not good. You can't be making those kind of mistakes against Canelo. Canelo, regardless of liking dude could fight.
Oh yeah, for real, yeah. Do you think, Callie, do you think Caleb Plant's better than Billy Joe Saunders?
Fuck yeah. Billy Joe Saunders is a dude who won't take boxing seriously. He hasn't taken boxing seriously in a long time, bro. Since the David Lemieux fight, he hasn't taken boxing seriously since the David Lemieux fight. The last time he took boxing seriously.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Do you think though? Do you think if Billy Joe's on point, just say if he did miraculously just fucking train his ass off and he was in good shape and all that? Did you think
the Billy Joe Saunders versus David Lemieux? I'd have him beating a lot of dudes, bro. But I don't think you're gonna see that dude again, bro. I don't. He's older now too, man. He's a dude who's been up weight. And you're talking about a dude that got to basically cut 60 pounds for Canelo. He got to have a fat camp before he even trains. His stamina's not going to be that great, man. No, I just don't see it, bro. That dude getting his ass beat, bro. How the fuck you going to be 60 pounds overweight, bro? That don't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I know. He likes to. It's mad because I don't know. It's mad because, like you say, he's always off. He likes his food, don't he? And he's Billy Joe.
The laws. That means he was 220.
Yeah. I've seen him Mike. I've seen him balloon up before.
But he used that Xylophrene to help him cut weight.
My whole thing, Laws, is this.
Yeah.
This is my whole thing. You know, that at the end of the day, let's just think about the matchmakers and all that shit, right? You just think about that. The matchmaker looks at Billy Joe Sanders' last couple fights, right? Last couple fights, like, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody gauge. That's really what the gauge is. The last couple fights. It's not the fights. Is right. It's the going rate on what the expectations on off of the performance that we're gonna see in the ring, right? So let's take his last couple fights, which are the fights that we're going to see, which is going to help us gauge Billy Joe Sanders' performance in the ring now. And let's put ourselves with the little hat on as if we the scout watching for who Canelo's supposed to fight next. How the fuck is they supposed to say this fight is going to be good when we know Billy Joe Sanders ain't did shit and damn near almost fucked around and lost his last couple fights?
No, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say he fucked around and lost his last.
No. I said he's fucked around and damn near almost lost his last couple fights.
No,
he could have lost those. He could have lost those.
No, not that Martin Murray fight. He fucking beat him up.
Yeah, he beat him up, Laws. But look, he ain't been. Laws, what
Listen,
I'm saying is,
I know what you're saying. Laws, let me talk. I know what
you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying.
What am I saying then?
But Martin Murray's ass, so he should beat that.
Yeah, I know.
No, what was I trying to say, Laws?
You're trying to say because he's walked around at that weight and that he hasn't looked that good in his last.
That's not what I was saying.
Well, you won't let me fucking talk, will you? Because you keep cutting me off. Come on, I'm going for a smoke anyway. Because every time I try to say something...
No, because you're trying to say what I was saying, Laws, and I'm trying to tell you that's not what I was saying. That's all it is. Don't get mad. I mean, I never try to speak for somebody else. But when you try to speak for me, like, you got to kind of come correct. Because I'm not going to do you like that. But anyways, what I was trying to say is he ain't been putting his best foot forward. In his last couple of fights, he's been half-assing it. That's the reason why I was saying that he almost damn near lost his last couple of fights. Because if he would have did the same thing that Andrew Ruiz did, which what I think he's been doing, half-assing his training camps, but guess what? He ain't gaining weight like Andrew Ruiz. So at the end of the day, if you're not putting your best foot forward in boxing and you're getting in the ring, you're gonna have performances like the way Billy Joe Sanders have been having performances. We've seen how he looked his first day off, his first day on the job after the Xylophrene. We've seen the way his face looked, right? We've seen the way
he looked chubby, bro. He looked chubby.
No, his face looked fucked up. His face looked like he'd been beat up in a fight that he never should have been beat up in because he's been half-assing.
Because he gotta sit in the pocket, bro, because his stamina not that good. Remember, before the Xylophrene, Billy Joe wasn't really known for having great stamina, bro. Come on. And his body didn't look like the way his body looked phenomenal. I'm talking about his physique. He even showed he was defined in the abdomen a little bit in the David Lemieux fight. Like I said, that Xylophrene helps you cut fat, bro. It helps you cut fat. And that's why he took it.
I don't know how good it is, but he was taking it for a reason.
You can't tell. Look how he looks at you.
No, what I'm saying is he was taking it for a reason.
Yeah,
I don't know how good it is, but they said that is you could use that shit out of fight camp, or whatever the term they use, Xylophrene in the UK, but you can't use Xylophrene period in the US.
Yep, it's illegal here, but over there. You can use it during training camp. You just can't test positive for it on during the day of the fight. If you don't, as long as it's out of your system by then, you're good.
Yeah, but
that's insane.
Ain't no way in hell it doesn't help you.
And of course it helps you. That's why he took it. That's why he took that shit, bro. not being able to take that shit. Billy Joe coming in there for a paycheck, gonna get his ass beat.
I don't, you know what? He can take the auxiliary right now because he in the UK, but coming up, you got to stop that shit. He might fuck around and win, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Even
older now too, bro. Well, how long that Billy Joe started fight? What, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, but even before that, he's still like, if you look at him in the ring, like look at his feet. Yeah, he likes to move around the ring, but where's the angles? You know what I'm saying? Where's the angles? And not only that, how are you supposed to land a jab on Canelo when your jab is not crisp?
It ain't gonna work for him, bro. The footwork was the advantage for him over Canelo. That shit gone, bro. I just don't see it, bro. The footwork gone, bro. And that's why he got the Canelo fight, bro.
And that's the reason why I said the thing is like,
yep,
the jab is supposed to. So how is Canelo supposed to keep? How is Billy Joe supposed to keep Canelo off of him? Is the thing.
He not. He gonna sit in the pocket and get fucked up. And get his paycheck. That's what's gonna happen. It's a paycheck fight.
He gonna use the jab. To me, his jab and his hook is what's gonna get it. This
is a retirement fight, bro. Billy Joe trying to probably announce his retirement after this fight and get his ass whooped. That dude don't care about boxing no more, bro. He been waiting for this Canelo. I think this is the be honest with you, I think this is a retirement fight, bro. It's a cash out fight. Selling his belt.
Main event, Mark. What's happening, man? I saw you up in there watching the Clarissa Shields fight. I think that was you.
Yeah, but shout out to the GOAT.
I paid for it, but I just don't. I know that he has the abilities if he happens to muster it up and all that stuff. But I think that some of these guys, they're not putting in the proper work in the gym, and they need substances to put them over the top. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if that's what Billy Joe Sanders was doing his whole career, he's gonna have a rude reckoning for this one.
I don't think he was doing it his whole career. I think he got put up on Game Boy by it. Right before that Dave Lemieux fight. So I know we heard rumors about Dominic Ingle and cutting corners with performance enhancers. So I'm just saying maybe that's who he learned it from. And because he hasn't, like I said, he hasn't looked good since he hasn't been allowed to take that Xylophrene. So I just don't see it, man. I don't see it working out for him. He'll have to fight over here, bro. And he'll have to make sure that shit don't show up in his system. And I gotta see it, bro. If he can get that magic back, I mean, then that does change things, bro. The footwork, bro, changes things. It does. It makes it hard for Canelo. Don't cut the ring off well, bro. So that changes a lot of things. It makes life difficult for Canelo, as somebody who Canelo end up following this dude around the ring, bro. That can be a nightmare matchup if he just get right. They just rob him on the scorecards anyway, though. If that wasn't happening, he would find a way to get back to that. But then I would know he's on Xylophrene again, though, too. I said if he goes back to that, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker juiced up and cheating again. It's pretty obvious that he took performance enhancing drugs to get that stamina back where he could just go move around like that.
So Callie, do you think Canelo is gonna have, like, depending on how this fight
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
How was that rolling?
It's fucking good because you're frustrating me, man.
Man, I ain't frustrating you, man. You just
won't
sit
let
back.
me speak though.
No, Laws, I was letting you speak, but you
kept cutting me off, Mike.
Laws, I had to because you were speaking for me.
What do you mean I was speaking for you? You asked me an opinion. Yep. I was trying to give it.
Well, go ahead, Laws.
Well, my opinion is of the fucking fight. Well, sorry for swearing. My opinion of the fight. I don't think he's gonna win, but as what was his name? B2OB pointed out, I don't think he's gonna. He ain't gonna roll over. It'll be a tougher fight than what people will think. That's my opinion. Whether it happens or not, I don't know.
Only way that's gonna happen is if he can get on his toes, bro. If he fighting, he can't outfight Canelo on the inside.
No, I know that. Yeah, that's where I was going to go to, Kelly. That's his best way of beating him is making Canelo come after him, and hopefully,
can he still do that though? That's the thing, though.
Exactly. I don't know. Probably not, brother. Probably not, because like you say, he's since that fight. I totally agree with it. He's never been the same fighter, but just think about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that he hasn't still got that in his locker. I don't know.
I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see it, but that's going to require him to have to get on that shit. But I'm just telling you, if he gets on that shit, then that's we know if he's doing that during the fight, we know what he took. Everybody knows at that point. It's like, oh, okay, this dude cheated again. At that point, it's like, but then again, I'm not gonna feel sorry for Canelo because we know that he's probably on some shit too. So, like, man, it's like, oh well, shit happens.
Right. I want to switch subjects, then, because I want to talk about this last fight. What do you think of this? Some people aren't stoked about it, but I'm mega excited for this. End of the day, it's undisputed, and there ain't nothing happening in the heavyweight division, and there ain't nothing happening in many divisions.
Oh, I like it, bro. I love this. I love it. Shout out to Jose Ramirez representing California. I know everybody rolling with Josh Taylor, man, but I got to roll with the Cali kid, man. And Jose Ramirez, he's a good dude too, man. Got a good family. I mean, I be honest with you, I kind of favor Taylor a little bit, but I don't think it's a massive advantage. I think that Taylor just a little bit better boxer. But with Robert Garcia, man, you never know, man. You can come up with the game plan, man. My thing about Josh Taylor at times, because he just likes to fight a lot, he stays in the pocket too long, and I think that he could really fight on the outside and win this fight. Give Jose Ramirez a ton of problems if he uses movement and stays on the outside, which he has the ability to do. I just don't know if he's going to do that because Josh Taylor can crack, and he likes to get in there and actually slug it out and trade. And I want to see how he looks, man. I mean, after the Poirier fight, man, I know he had another fight since then, but I want to see, man, he's going to go up against another guy who can really come in and land body shots and land combinations. If you want to fight on the inside, Jose Ramirez is a tremendous fighter on the inside himself.
Yeah.
The advantage on the outside is definitely Taylor, man. I think Taylor, if he fights on the outside, he's going to win. I think he might win fairly easily. But he fights on the inside, he could fuck around and end up getting knocked out, even though he's shown a tremendous chin. He fought Regis Parker and took some big shots, but Jose Ramirez, I think he hides his punches better than Regis Poirier, and he doubles up on the shot. It doesn't really admire his work. He follows up on this shit. So we'll see. It's a great fight, though.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Callie. I think I take my hats off to both of them for making this fight because it's undisputed. I think it's a 50-50 fight, me personally. I want Josh to win, obviously, because he's from the UK. Like you say, you're repping your boy from your own city. I like both of them. I think they're both two highly tremendous fighters. And I'm really stoked, me. I'm fucking over the moon for this fight. Can't wait for it. And it's a tricky fight. And like you say, I mean, I watched Jose versus Victor Postal. Postal gave him trouble that night. But then again, if you watch the Josh Taylor fight versus Postal, I think there was Postal giving him trouble in that fight. So this is, in my eyes, this is a barn burner of a fight, and I look forward to it.
Postal had a great jab, though. Remember, Postal had the.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's right.
But I think Taylor can jab himself. I think if Taylor goes with the jab and tries to box, man, I think he's going to have an easier night. But I know Josh Taylor, man. I just know his mindset. He's a killer. He has a killer mindset. It's his mindset.
You're breaking up, Callie.
Because he likes to stand on the pocket. susceptible, eventually getting caught with something big, man. That's my only fight. To me, his life would be a lot easier if he just boxed, man. Just my opinion, though.
Yeah, good fight. The thing is, as well, Callie. The thing is, Callie, with them Scottish boys, man, they're cut. I mean, the Scots, mate, are like the Irish. They're cut from a different cloth to English fighters, I think. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot more better fighters than them, but the Scots are tough people, mate. They're tough, born and bred fighters. So this is why
he is really different than your typical European fighter, man.
Yeah.
Fighter. This motherfucker can fight. I'm like, that's not something, you can't say that about a lot of these dudes, but he's different. He's the one that can actually and fuck people up, bro. So he's somebody that has more skills than he likes to utilize himself. He has in the toolbox because of his mindset, which, like I said, which is to beat the shit out of you. If he can just rein it, show some discipline in box, it's gonna give Jose problems. But I just tell him that's not the way he's wired. He's not wired that way. That's a flaw though too. I think long term it's gonna catch up with him because it's a flaw. He's gonna have to it's gonna have to beat him to get him to get out of that mode and force him to actually use his other skill set, which to get out and box, outsmart you, outwit you. And like I said, man, you better be careful, man. That Jose man, brutal left hook, man, brutal double left hook, and he can and we've Taylor's susceptible for left because he's in the pocket. Just because he stay in the pocket too long. If he boxes on the outside, I'm telling you, because I've watched multiple Ramirez fights, I've been to his fight, and I'm telling you, dudes who have movement, which Taylor has the ability to do that. Dudes who have movement, and if Taylor, he will game plan, telling you. It's gonna be Jose. I mean, Ramirez do something to try to get back into the fight, knockout. But if he comes in there and just tries to fight on the inside, it's gonna be like,
Callie, you're breaking up, bro. You keep going in and out.
Oh, you said I'm going in and out? Is it still that way?
I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm saying though, if this man Josh Taylor decides to stand outside and box, he's gonna be up. If it's a fight on the inside, I think it's gonna be real tight. So that's the thing that that's a stake in my opinion that Josh Taylor will likely make just based off of seeing him fight, because he likes to beat you, fuck you up. But he's gonna take some big shots because he's gonna leave himself wide open for big shots because he's gonna let his hands. So will Jose Ramirez.
like you said against Regis, he did against Regis in a very, very. That was a brilliant fight. That was fight of the year for me. That.
That was a nail biter fight.
Let Watcher go first.
Yeah. Well, whoever, salute Tyrone. Just carry on.
Watcher would just fucking sit there in the cut all goddamn day.
Well, what's up? What's going on, everybody?
Don't let this guy on. Shouldn't he be studying?
I mean, I got homework to work on, but
homework.
Tell him
nah.
Yeah, man, you better show us them grades before you come on here, man. Before we whoop that ass.
I had a 4.0 last semester. I can prove it to you. I got the thing in the mail.
Man,
I
fuck
don't know
you.
what that is about. Well, I'm on the other side of the world. I wouldn't know, but yeah, you guys go ahead.
Now go ahead. Well, yeah, go ahead, Watcher. Then Tyrone can hit on the Ramirez and the Josh debacle.
I mean,
Undisputed.
I pretty much remember what you guys say.
I want to ask one quick question. Anybody know where did they give like the Jose Ramirez fight yet?
Say it again.
Did they give have a venue for
not yet.
Fight?
No, not yet, Callie. No, not yet, bro.
They
I would have figured it'd be in Texas because didn't they just open it up?
I thought they
Yeah,
were gonna,
Texas, Texas on some dumb shit. Like, man, what's going on? And they said no mask, nothing, wear nothing. It's craziness, but no, but it's saying they give a venue for it. They probably gonna put it in Texas. Thinking about it now, having all the fans there. And said open everything up, so they may put it there. Have a full
Las
stadium.
Vegas, apparently, Mo's saying.
that's
Salute to you, Mo.
Now Las Vegas still. They got a smart.
Yeah,
government
motherfuckers
being
pissed
smart.
off. I got family over there in Las Vegas. Everybody pissed off about Las Vegas.
It's confirmed he's put.
That's
Said it's gonna be in
dumb.
Las Vegas.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Las Vegas, it's confirmed.
Oh shit!
That's dumb as fuck.
I think if Texas would.
They should do it in Gibraltar, man.
In where?
Should have done it in Fresno. Not just drove there. Just would have drove down to Fresno. That would have been cool. Could have had it to save Mark Center over.
Go on then. Watcher, let's hear your point. And Bruce goes and Tyrone and you, Mike.
I'd like Ramirez to do it, but I feel like Josh is gonna win by using his ability on the outside, and then here and there he'll be going on the inside, and obviously on the inside it's a bit more competitive. This isn't a fight for either guy to lapse in focus, and Ramirez, he does that bounce on his toes and then boom, he just explodes into you. He's very dangerous early on. I just think Josh is gonna do it. He's that good. Yeah, pretty much mirror what you guys said before, and he's tough as well. So if there is some adversity, he'll get through it, in my view. He's cut a little different from the others.
There's no argument when this is gonna be a pretty wide scorecard, in my opinion. If he fights on the inside, it's gonna be a nail biter like the Porter fight. Just that simple.
Go on, Tyrone.
You said it's going to be a nail. Oh, like the Prograis fight. Yeah, I thought
Fights on the inside. If he fights on the outside, it's gonna be a wide scorecard, bro.
Yeah, I never really sat down and thought about the fight because, I just think it's a foregone. Well, it's not really a foregone conclusion because you look at the you look at the styles, and yeah, I agree with you. I think Jose Ramirez could probably fight better on the outside than Taylor. But
you mean
huh?
You saying on the outside? You mean on the inside?
Nah, Ramirez can't fuck with him on the inside.
What, you crazy? No, it's the other.
No.
Ramirez can't fuck with. No, Josh Taylor's a better outside fighter.
Taylor don't even fight on the outside like that. He's a mid-range fighter usually, but he likes to get in.
Actually, Taylor can actually fight on the outside. He just doesn't use it very.
But everybody who
he is mostly mid-range. But I'm talking about inside.
Why?
Bro, Jose Ramirez is a tremendous.
Huh?
That's his game. Jose Ramirez is an inside fighter. That's his game. That's his best thing.
If he wants to go, I don't think he'll win the fight.
I think if he fights on the inside, it's gonna be nail biter. Throw short punches on the inside, bro. You guys can watch him, bro. He's a better fighter on the inside than the outside.
I don't really care for Ramirez's inside game, no. I really don't care for it. He just tucks his chin, comes forward, tries to push you on the ropes and bully you around a little bit, throw some shots and shit like that. But it's up to try to overpower you with his legs by pushing you around.
And they do beautiful hooks, beautiful short hooks on the inside.
Well, they only beautiful when they land. But he misses those as well. If Taylor, if Josh allows this guy to bully him around, push him around the ring, yeah, of course, Ramirez's inside game is going to look beautiful, but when you loading up punches like that, like Ramirez likes to do, you wasting time. And, if I was Josh, I would be looking at that, be like, that's my time. That'd be my time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for you to even throw a double hook, you know, you're wasting time. You just throwing the first one the way he throws it because he's loading up.
He doesn't load up on everything.
I don't know. I mean,
he does not.
When I'm looking at him fighting the inside,
somebody I've seen almost every fight he's fought. I've been to his fights, bro. He did not load up on every shot. He mixes it up, bro.
What I have seen, I can tell when he's throwing fast, the land punches, and I can tell when he's throwing punches to really try to hurt you. And when he's fighting the inside, he's throwing a lot of punches. Majority of the punches, he's loading up. Majority of the punches he's throwing when he's pushing him around on the ropes, he's loading up.
I actually don't. I see him letting his hands go and then load it up at the right time. He mixes.
Well, my brother, I guess we're seeing two different things.
We definitely do.
I don't watch him. I watch a good amount of him. I watched him since he fought that guy from Maryland. That Mike, I think he's down low actually. But who's that guy he fought? Mike.
Bringing Bruce Goes in him, man, because he hasn't said that.
You probably know who he fought, Callie. He fought somebody from over here. Mike. No, Mike's some black dude. He's kind of DL, but
Mike Reed.
I know. I think I know you talking about. You talking about the fight who was before he was supposed to fight.
Mike Reed. Mike Reed. That's the first time I saw Jose Ramirez when he fought Mike Reed, and then after that,
you guys didn't see Jose. You never saw Jose Ramirez on when he was U.S. Olympic. Ever seen him fight then?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So that's why I go back
enough.
for a blog. I go back to the U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah, I haven't watched him.
And fighting the California amateurs.
Yeah, I'm not even been close to that, but from what I have seen,
then he was with Freddie Roach, and then now he's with Robert Garcia, who's actually improved his. Now he's not great. He's still not great, but between him now and Freddie Roach, tremendous difference. He's also added more tools to his box. I'm talking about Robert Garcia. He slipped better.
If he's in that mood when he fought Maurice Ocker.
Well, I told everybody Maurice get knocked out, bro. I told everybody. Nobody, people didn't listen to me. I told everybody. I saw that coming.
Yeah, he absolutely fucking iced Hooker, didn't he?
Hooker can't take a punch. Hooker can't take a punch.
Yeah, Hooker stands too upright at times. Especially on the ropes, and leaning back and shit, leaving yourself susceptible for a fucking hook like that. Dumbass fighter, bro. Just does a lot of stupid things in the room. How to fight? He fights tall, but doesn't know how to fight and use enough angles, man. He stands too straight up, too far, too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, if he
knocked out, bro.
Do you know what though? I'd like to see. I want to bring Bruce Goes in because he's sat there not saying no. Oh, yeah. But I would love to see the winner of this fight Regis, because I think the fight with Josh Taylor was a classic fight, and I'd like to see Jose Ramirez fight.
Yeah, to me, Regis Prograis is just not a smart fighter in my opinion, bro. He don't really set a lot of traps, man. He can hit hard, and he throws at times. He at times he can throw a vine. He gets you hurt. He know how to clean you up. But to me, when the way he fought against Josh Taylor, just wasn't smart, man. What are you doing, bro? I swear to God he's just not a smart fighter in my opinion. That's why when people are telling me, I think he beat Terrence Crawford, like you guys on crack, bro.
I like Regis so much. I like Regis. I like Regis Prograis. I think he's a fucking great fighter.
I like him too, but I'm just saying I just don't think he's that smart of a fighter, bro. Just my opinion.
I think you see in that fight, because I want to bring Bruce in that fight with Regis and Josh Taylor. If Regis fell asleep halfway through the fight, he started the fight for me, for my opinion, what I saw.
He gassed out, bro.
Yeah, and then he come on towards the last was it rounds? He definitely, in my eyes, won rounds 11 and 12, but I think he had fell asleep for 5, 6, 7 rounds. He started off brilliant, and then after
I mean,
round 4,
he kept getting hit with uppercuts and left hooks
it's a
over
great
and over. I
fight,
said,
though.
dude, I said, you got to go adjust to that. He never adjusted to that in the fight at all. It's like,
Yeah.
really?
Go on,
The
Bruce
same.
Goes. Go on, Carly. Sorry, finish up. And I want to ask Bruce
No, I'm
Goes.
just saying the dude's getting hit with the same couple punches over and over again. No adjustment to whatsoever, bro. It's like, what are you doing?
Like Josh Warrington did against Lara the other week. Kept getting tagged with that left hook.
I know Warrington. I told people Warrington was a knockout waiting to happen. He's lucky he never fought Shakira Stevenson. Lucky he never fought Gary Russell Jr., bro.
Oh,
He
God,
did the
Gary
right thing, Duncan.
Yeah, Gary Russell. Yeah, I said that on Swans Live. I said if he'd have fought Gary Russell Jr., he'd have. Oh God knows what Gary Russell Jr. would have done to him. In my eyes,
no, but remember Warrington? That's like, I wanted Warrington and Stevenson to fight. I thought that would have been good because Stevenson would have beat him too, man. He Warrington's defense is his offense, bro. Like dudes like that are always gonna be susceptible. Somebody's gonna eventually catch him. Anybody with real skills is gonna beat him up. And this dude, the dude he lost to wasn't like this highly skilled guy. He was ready to get knocked out by somebody, bro. It was always gonna happen.
Yeah.
It was just always going to happen. It was a matter of time he's gonna run into somebody. Somebody's gonna get him, bro. It just his style is tailor made to get fucked up.
Yeah,
but it's exciting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was exciting. I must admit though, Callie, I didn't think he was going to lose to that guy. I thought he was going to beat him, but someone did point out once that he's been inactive for 16, 17 months since his last fight. But Bruce Goes, go on, brother. Let's hear what you've got to say about this fight between Ramirez and Josh Taylor.
Yeah, dude. Hey, everybody, how you doing this evening, man?
Salute to
What
you,
up,
brother.
Bruce? I hear you on your oxygen tank over there, man. I heard that.
Hey, man, I need that to keep myself going, you know. But anyway, no, this is a good fight, man. Taylor and Ramirez. We've been looking forward to that for a long time, and Victor Postel could be the stick there where we divide him up. And I thought Postel. I thought he beat Ramirez. I mean, look at Ramirez's face after that fight. But Ramirez is a tough in fighter, and it's going to be a tremendous fight. It's going to be a good fight. The styles contrast each other just right, and I'm totally looking forward to it, man. Ramirez and Taylor has been planned for a long time, and they're both young, undefeated fighters, ready to put the O's on the line and put the super lightweight titles out there. And that's a hot division right now too, man. There's so much talent in that 135, 140 division. We could see some big fights there if they'd only let us make them.
No, I'm hearing the winner against Terrence Crawford. That's what I was told this like 2 years ago. That the winner of that fight would get Terrence Crawford. Whoever the winner is gonna get their ass whooped, bro. No disrespect to either dude, but neither one of them dudes can beat Terrence Crawford. I'm not saying that they're good. Those are two top fighters, bro. They're really good fighters, man. But that Terrence Crawford stops either one of them, in my opinion, bro.
It's just so hard to make a fight these days. I was listening to a Ronnie Shields interview the other day, and I shot him a question about that, and he said that these fighters that are promoted by the different Showtime, ESPN, and DAZN, they paid big money for these contracts, and they don't want to let them cross each other. They don't want to give up the money for that fight. If they're going to feature Charlo, they want to do it on a Showtime on a primetime show. You got Canelo over there on the zone right now, and nobody wants to give into that. So business is fucked up so many good fights that we could be seeing and we should be seeing right now. So Callie, I don't have any faith in Terrence Crawford fighting the winner here, especially if it was said 2 years ago. I'd love to see it, man. And as a fan, this is driving me away from
I
boxing.
don't know.
It's
Both
driving me
dudes said they
nuts.
would. Both dudes said they want Terrence Crawford. We'll see, man. But a lot of fighters talk shit now, so don't necessarily mean I believe them. But I mean, Jose Ramirez said that to my face that he want to fight Bud Crawford 2 years ago, but he could have been lying, man. You don't know, but you never know about these dudes, bro. Just to be honest with you. No, I don't think either one of these dudes can beat Terrence Crawford, but maybe they may give him a competitive round, a couple or two before Terrence Crawford said trash start beating the shit out of both of them, because both of them have flaws in their game. And the thing, Josh Taylor is a better athlete between he and Jose Ramirez, but between Terrence Crawford and Josh Taylor's a good athlete, but he's not the athlete that Terrence Crawford is, and he has little stiff hips. I know a lot of folks don't really see it, but if you go pay attention to Josh Taylor, he got stiff hips, and that's going to be a problem fighting someone like Terrence Crawford, who's also longer than him, and has a pop himself, man. And the stronger guy and the guy who can push around Josh Taylor at that weight division at 147, man. No, I think Terrence Crawford beats the shit out of either one. I don't think either.
Kelly, let me ask you a question, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right, just going slightly off this subject, but going up to talking about Terrence Crawford. Oh, BMB Boxing News, salute to you, brother. I hope you're good. You got a wrench. I've seen you about loads of times. Salute to you. If this fight, which I believe will never ever be made, between Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, who do you think wins that fight, Callie? What's your honest opinion on that fight, bro?
Looking at how things are going, I mean, the age factor side, no, Earl Spence side. Earl Spence is also fighting a better competition. I mean, I don't know, man. I've seen slippage in Terrence Crawford's game a little bit. As of right now, I wouldn't have said this probably a few months ago, but I'm gonna say it right now. I favor Earl Spence Jr., man. I think Earl Spence Jr. has fought far stiffer competition, and I think he's gotten better. I think he's shown a lot of.
Damn, there we go again.
Oh, miss breaking up, Callie.
There we go again. See, walking around here in California with that Obama phone.
Yeah,
I lost him.
You see, I think that's a good fight for that's what in my eyes. That's what Terrence Crawford needs to do. He needs to go and fight Sean Porter.
Bro, that's
you
the
gotta fight
fight
somebody.
we have to see that. We have to see the Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fight, man. That's the fight of this decade. If they don't make that fucking fight, boxing is losing multiple. They're losing his history right there, man, because there's no other fight right now that we can put on par with that fight. I mean, that is the Sugar Ray Leonard Thomas Hearns fight of this generation. Yeah, they may not be the fighters, but that is the fight. That's the fight that has to be made, man. If it's not made, then the welterweight division, as far as I'm concerned, it might as well just join the rest of the pack.
Hey, Bruce Goes, where are you from, bro? You from the New England?
Yes, sir, Callie.
Okay, I figured that, man. That's hearing that New England accent, man. I just wanted to throw it out there, but it's up to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford needs to take that 40%, bro.
He's got to, Callie. He's got to, man. He's got to.
I saw Bomac on the show the other day, and he said there's never been a figure offered to him, so he doesn't even know what 40% is. Now, I asked the cat this question. He's probably full of shit. He probably is.
He's lying. He's lying, bro.
That's what he said to me.
Because Spence put that on social media, and they all know. And then Crawford responded back, and then Crawford's sister got up in there and all that shit. And I'm just kind of like this.
Bud said he's not taking anything less than 50
cents. Yeah, we know. So. Yeah, we know that.
Well, then it's never going to happen then.
Yeah, but my whole thing is that, at the end of the day, at this stage in their careers, you know what I'm saying? Because when I say this stage of their career, it's because they're not the top dogs. They might be the top dogs in the welterweight division, but they're not the top dogs in boxing. And, that's where these guys want to be. Everybody want to cry about these pound per pound rankings and all this stuff. but everybody want to solidify.
Hey, Michael Johnson, I don't know about that. Earl Spencer. Earl Spencer's numbers look like one of the top dogs in boxing, bro.
That's not what I'm talking about.
The welterweight division is the glamour division in boxing.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. They don't get to dictate nothing really. Everybody see the thing about it is that, you know, there's still fights that they can't get made because people can run around them because they can't dictate to them. But the fighters that's choosing not to fight them, they can dictate to them. You see what I'm saying? So in that aspect, they're not the top guy. They're not the top dog.
There's probably only one guy that can dictate to Earl Spencer.
There's only one guy. Well, there's only one guy, and who knows? Maybe even Manny Pacquiao can even do that.
No,
he don't need Manny Pacquiao. Look at Earl's numbers, bro. Earl really don't need Manny Pacquiao.
Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the numbers.
The numbers matter because that's the money.
Callie, listen. Don't worry about the numbers. Can you hear me out first before you cut me off? Don't worry about the numbers because at the end of the day, everybody out here is trying to be pay-per-view stars. Everybody out here is trying to be what Manny is, what Canelo is, what Triple G was to ESPN and to all these other networks where they couldn't keep his name out their mouth.
Triple G, stop, bro.
Remember when Stephanie A. Smith couldn't keep Triple G's name out his mouth.
No, tell me what were Triple G's numbers? What were his numbers?
But Callie, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not talking about the numbers. What I'm talking about is
matter. That's what the
no.
It's a business, bro. It's a business.
Callie, and I'm gonna tell you guys all this. Don't think for 1 second I'm stupid not to know what the fuck not to know about what it is with the numbers and all that stuff. I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm not talking about that. I've been talking about numbers. Don't tell me to chill because I'm not yelling. I've been talking about numbers and boxing and all this other shit a whole bunch of fucking slew times on my fucking channel. I'm not naive to that shit. What I'm talking about is at the end of the day, everybody wants to fucking beat somebody. And in order for these guys to really solidify themselves to beat somebody, they have to beat somebody. And those guys that they have to beat, they can't even fight them because they are the ones dictating who they're going to fight next.
Earl beat Sean Porter, Danny Garcia.
Never mind.
Right?
Never mind. It went over your head. It went over your head. I'm not saying.
No, you keep saying they gotta beat somebody. Yep.
Callie,
okay.
Callie, so you still saying?
Who did Triple G beat then? Who did Triple G beat?
Callie, I know their records. I'm not shitting on nobody's record. You
saying they gotta beat somebody? Who did Triple G beat?
I said everybody wants to beat somebody. I didn't say they wanted to beat somebody. I said everybody wants to beat somebody.
Okay, but this is why I'm saying when you brought up Triple G was a bad example for you.
No, it wasn't a bad example because what I'm talking about is how the media portrayed him.
How the media portrays him. Okay.
Hey, let me just say one thing what we're talking about here, man.
Because the media. Remember,
who cares how the media portrays him? When it comes to people attend the fight,
you're missing my whole point. That's not my point. My point ain't no numbers. My point ain't the numbers and all that stuff. Is okay. Look,
Salute Flower.
It's the shroud. It's the shit that the same reason why Ryan Garcia is acting like he's a shot caller, but everybody knows he ain't did nothing.
But now we're over there begging Tank for a fight, bro. So okay, tell you everything. It didn't work out. At the end of the day, it does matter, bro.
Because you arguing with something that I'm not even trying to make the point that you're trying to make against me is not what I'm trying to make.
You're not making any sense. Go on and try to please explain. I'll be quiet.
I did explain, but you cut me off and then you started talking about something else. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you got Canelo, right? Remember when Triple G was all up in the media and we all know he ain't fought nobody? Remember when Lomachenko was all up in the media when he ain't fought nobody? And they can't even give Earl and Crawford that same look? That's what I'm talking about, because when they give them that same look, then that broadens their horizons, just like the same way how Ryan Garcia's manager or promoter, whoever that was, is trying to use analytics, social media analytics, to coincide to pay-per-views and viewership numbers. What I'm saying is everything correlates to them being superstars because those guys wants to be pay-per-view stars. So in order for you to be a pay-per-view star, you have to beat.
Okay. You just brought up the you need the recognition, right? Well, I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna pull out the numbers, which prove you wrong that them dudes don't have more recognition.
Dude, pull up the
Ryan
numbers.
Garcia's numbers aren't. Ryan Garcia isn't doing the numbers of Earl Spence. Triple G is not doing the numbers of Earl. Triple G is more popular. I mean, Earl Spence is more popular than Triple G. I know
that's
because
not
when
what
it
I
comes
said.
to people attending fights and people watching, more people watch Earl Spence Jr. More people attend Earl Spence Jr.'s fights. That's how I know.
And ain't none of that. Ain't none of that I said.
Triple G cut. Hold on, let me say this. But you're trying to point out popularity, and with the media talking, I don't give a fuck about the media.
No, I never tried to point out popularity. I never tried to point it out.
Because you're not. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not trying to be funny, Michael. You're not making any sense whatsoever, bro. You're saying what are you saying?
Dude,
you're confused.
I literally just said this. Everybody's trying to be pay-per-view stars. All you had to do was listen to the last part. Everybody's trying to be pay-per-view stars. But in order for you to be a pay-per-view star, you have to beat somebody. Right? And then the person for them to beat don't want to fight them. That's what I said. And that's really what it means.
I know, but you said
but at the end of the day, I brought up Triple G as an example because at the end of the day, if the media was giving Crawford and Earl Spence that same fucking opportunity, then maybe Earl and Crawford won't have to fucking sit up over here and play second best to Canelo because Canelo don't want to fucking fight him. Because Canelo want to move from here to there to fight Urum to go to Billy Joe Sanders. Maybe if the media would have did their fucking part like they were supposed to, we wouldn't be here right now. That's my whole point.
Isn't Earl popular? Earl's one of the top.
It doesn't matter if he's popular or not. It doesn't matter if he's popular or not. He's not popular enough to get that fight.
Who cares if he can't get?
But guess what? No. I'm not saying he needs to. I'm not saying he needs the Canelo fight. Well, you know what? Put it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Earl is going to go and fight whoever the case may be. Earl is going to go and fight whoever the case may be. But I tell you one thing. He's going to be right where he is. That he's going to be right in the same spot that he is today, tomorrow.
What are you talking about, dude? And dude's last fight.
I don't give a fuck about his number.
Dude had 10,000 people attend the fight during COVID, bro. COVID.
Okay.
Nobody else was getting that kind of attention.
Okay.
Hold on. Before that, Earl Spence had what? He had 20,000, 21,000 people at Staples Center. He had under 50,000 at Cowboy Stadium. He sold out 15,000 seat stadium, which isn't really even a stadium. It's a practice facility for the Dallas Cowboys. And dude was doing numbers on pay-per-view. So what are you talking about?
I wouldn't even. Well, the stadium, how much? Look, I won't even worry about. I wouldn't even worry about the 50,000. That's not the much. Okay, so you want to go to you because I'm not worried about the numbers. I wasn't talking about the numbers, and I wasn't talking about the seats.
But numbers correlate to popularity.
No. So which one bring in more, the pay-per-view or the seats?
The pay-per-view brings in more.
Okay, so why are we worried about the seats?
Because the seats bring in money too. You want both.
Yeah, they bring in money too. But the most thing you want is the viewer seat.
You want them all. You want the gate. You want TV and you want pay-per-view. You want them all.
The concessions is not going to be the bigger part of the. It's probably about 20%.
So Earl's making like $15 million.
Probably not even. Probably 10%.
Making like $15 million a fight. What are we talking about?
I don't give a fuck how much money he's making. What I was just saying is,
he's doing.
Callie, I don't know where we're going with this. Dude. Only thing I was saying. The only thing I was.
He's doing 15 million. What are you
I don't give a fuck how much. Callie, I don't care how much you make it. My whole point is that if they put those guys in the same light, right, that they was giving everybody else the same opportunity, we won't be seeing what we were seeing right now. That was just my whole point. I don't give a fuck about who numbers it is and stuff like that.
What are you talking about, man? Boxing's not doing that well right now, partially because of COVID, man.
Callie,
and partially because boxing is on some bullshit.
And Callie, we all know that.
So what do you expecting the media to talk more? They're not going to talk more about him. But Earl's still popular anyway.
Callie, this didn't start during COVID. This started way before COVID. You're right. I'm talking about.
You're right.
That's what I'm talking about. This started way before then.
Who cares?
I don't care about it.
The pay-per-view numbers you see now is the new normal.
Callie,
hold on, man. Let me say this. What do you think
care about the numbers. I just want the fights that I want to see. I don't care about the numbers.
Okay, well,
I don't-
if you want the fight, if you want the Terrence Bud versus Bud fight, then Bud need to take the 40%. If he don't take it, then it ain't gonna be a fight. It's just that simple.
And Callie, do you even know what I said about that? My whole thing is that the fairness of the media around that time and before COVID. That was my whole thing. So about these numbers with Ryan Garcia, I don't know why you brought up the Ryan Garcia thing. I brought it up because it just showed that the media just gravitated towards him like it was a vortex.
Who cares?
Dude, Callie, there you go again. Callie, I don't care either. What I'm saying is free. And what I'm saying about is just fairness around the board when it comes to it. They're not doing that. And that's the reason why we ain't getting the fight. It's not about how many fucking people they sit in this. It
actually is, bro.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Ryan Garcia
you don't got to fight. You don't got to fight. Rocky Fielding got to fight.
Ryan Garcia was never gonna fight.
Well, how did Rocky Fielding get to fight?
Of course he did.
Okay.
Of course he did.
Well, how many?
He got to fight because he's not a threat.
Okay. So he got to fight
because he's not a threat.
It doesn't matter.
Canelo
they want to make the fight.
Fight whoever you want to fight.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Power he has right now.
I don't give a fuck what they make. I don't give a fuck what they got going on. I want the fights that I want to see, and I'm tired of the media. I'm tired of the media. And that's the reason why I keep bringing it up because the media is trying to tell us what's good for us. You
know what you do, Mike? You know what you do, Mike? This is what I do.
What?
If I don't get the fights I want to see, I don't watch.
Ben said that. Ben done that. Hello.
Well, keep doing it.
Hello.
That's the answer.
Hello. Okay. Well, you never gonna see an Earl and Crawford. You ain't gonna see an Earl or Crawford and Canelo. You ain't gonna see this. You ain't gonna see that. We all know that.
I only watch the fights I want to see. If it ain't stuff I don't want to watch, I don't watch.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
We all know that. We all know that.
No, that's all box. If all boxing fans got on that accord, then boxing would do exactly what you want because they wouldn't survive without it. But most boxing fans gonna watch a bunch of garbage fights because they love it so much. I don't watch stuff I don't want to watch. I hardly watch TV. The only time I watch is when I watch some sporting event. I don't hardly ever watch TV because TV sucks. So as far as boxing, when it's garbage ass boxing fights, I don't watch. I'm not watching a fight just to watch boxing. Or anything just to watch it. That's stupid. And that's why boxing is in the position it is now, because the hardcore boxing fans watch a bunch of garbage ass fights and for no reason. And then we get on to complain about it. I stop complaining, bro. I just don't watch it. I'm doing what everybody else. There are other fans who do it, but the majority don't. I'm doing what other fans need to do. Turn it off. It's a trash ass fight. Like a whole bunch of dudes watch Canelo fight Avni Gildem. I didn't watch that shit. I didn't watch it 1 second. I didn't even speak about it because I didn't care. I already knew what was gonna happen. That's what people need to do. That's the answer. You want to get the fights you want? Don't watch bullshit fights. Tune it out. Only watch when it's a good matchup. And then they're gonna be like, well, damn, the only time they watch is when it's an actual good fight. And problem resolved. That's it. It's just that simple.
So what's the next good fight we're going to be watching, brother?
Taylor Ramirez.
That's up there. And that's right around the corner. Then what?
Nothing else?
Because, dude, we're boxing fans, man. I'm hungry. I'm from the old school, bro. I used to see a pay-per-view. They used to have KO TV. There was a $20 pay-per-view fight on every month. And, man, dude, I go back to Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns. And then 3 weeks later, you had some Sanchez and Gomez. So I'm from the spoiled generation, and they're giving us shit right now. So I don't want to give them shit. You follow me?
Yeah, and that's how it's gonna be. And
he does. I see Gil Cole's in there because I think Gil Cole's one of them Terrence Crawford big time fans, whatever. Man, I'm not gonna disrespect dude. I'm like, hey, bro. He said no, he hasn't done 600,000, but one of Earl Spence's pay-per-views has done more than all of Terrence Crawford's combined. All of them combined. There is no debate.
But that
who's the A side in this fight. I had to say that to dude because dude want to still have this like this. There is no debate. Who does the numbers? The numbers is on. They say you got to go by the guy doing the most numbers. That's how boxing works. The guy who has the better numbers is the guy who's the A side. It's just that serious. It's just that simple. 40% is fair. You're not going to get 50-50. It's not going to be. It's not the case. Earl Spence has been fighting better competition and have been doing good numbers with the competition. Did good numbers with Mikey Garcia. He did good numbers with Sean Porter. He did good numbers with Danny Garcia. And Terrence Crawford fought, I think, Victor Postal and Amir Khan on pay-per-view, and those numbers were shit. Errol Spence, one of his pay-per-views his worst pay-per-view did more than all the Terrence Crawfords combined. So come on, man. We got to be real. I mean, 40% is fair. That's not crazy. That's not irrational. It's not like he's going up. You got to take 30%.
Sometimes, man, you take a pot and you take the purse of the fighter and you give up one fighter this much and one fighter that much. I mean, A and B side. I only started hearing that when I started hanging around with you guys, man. There was always, somebody got the short end and somebody got the high end. But, as long as the money was there, nobody mentioned A side, B side. I mean, let me give you an example. You go back to Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. What do you think the split was on that fight? Anybody have any idea?
No, nobody knows. They didn't talk about it.
Yeah, they did, bro. Yeah, they did, man. Let me tell you what it was. Dude,
what was it?
Sugar Ray Leonard took $8.5 million. Roberto Duran took $1.5 million. Roberto Duran, he didn't care. There was no 50-40. It was like 90 to 100. Roberto Duran was an animal. He knew once he got through Sugar Ray Leonard, the world was his. And even in the rematch, even though it was no moss, he still made $7.5 million. But back in the day, man, the money was there, and these fighters got paid well. But they knew to make that money, you had to produce. And today, man, these guys want the fucking money without putting in the work and without making a name for themselves, which is bullshit.
True. But here's the thing, though: Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence have fucking produced at this point, bro.
Oh, I agree. That's the fight that should be made.
No, it should be. It's just about one dude being stubborn and the other dude not being stubborn. So, for the most part. So,
this is the way I put it. Like, I don't care who gets what. I really don't. I know what Earl did. I know what Crawford did, but I really don't care how they make the fight. I want to see the fight. And the way I put it is that it takes that you got to bring ass to get ass. Also, it's a very big fight, and for both fighters, it'd be a bigger payday than they ever had if they was to make the fight. So with that being, and then also that with the winner, what happens to the winner of that fight? As far as with his next big fight that he would have after that.
Michael,
hold on.
Just let me ask you a question, bro. Why do you think Crawford is avoiding this fight? Why isn't he taking the 40%, which is huge money? Especially when you go to Nebraska with it, man.
Well, I let me tell you something. The same reason why Crawford ain't taking the 40%, it's the same reason why Spence ain't taking the 50%.
And
what? Huh?
Why?
Make that make sense, bro.
Yeah, please.
I said it wrong. The same reason why Crawford ain't taking the 40 is the same reason why Earl ain't giving the 50.
Okay, explain.
I don't need to explain. It's just they both.
I don't look because nobody.
There's everybody knows what I'm talking about. We don't. I'm getting there. So I'm getting there.
Dude, is the word ego? Is that the word that you're looking for? Ego?
No, I don't think it's
big bucks is big.
It might
bucks.
not. It could be ego. It could be whatever. But they both not agreeing to give. They're not agreeing. One night agreeing to give, and one night agreeing to take. So,
dude, they're fighters, man.
You don't. I gotta go back to the scene again because it does matter. Because I used to be. I was doing the same thing you were saying. I don't really care, but it's not. It is true. It matters. One guy does far better numbers than the other guy. That's the business side. Whether you like it or not, that shit gonna come into to this discussion, bro.
The fight is so magnificent. The fight is so magnificent that this right now 40 40%, 50% shouldn't even be a fucking
Yeah,
discussion.
but see, Callie's right, because this should be worked out by people behind the scenes. They know what a huge event this is, and you know, they signed for the bottom dollar what their fight is going to make.
Well,
you know,
Bruce,
and you know, this shouldn't even be out in the open, man. They should be done behind closed
Bruce,
doors.
I said that in one of my videos and on the live stream as well. My whole thing is I don't care. I'm a boxing fan. I want to see the fight. Why should I get involved with oh, this is the reason why he should take this, and this is the reason why he should give this, and this is the third.
Being reasonable.
Now it starts sounding like I don't care about that, because they both gonna get bigger. They both gonna get paid more than they ever had.
But you're saying that you're not the one.
They both are.
You're not the guy.
I don't care
in business. You don't. I know you don't care. But here's the thing, though. If I'm the fighter and I'm the one who's doing by far the bigger numbers, not just that, Terrence Crawford hasn't been proven to be a draw outside of Nebraska. Earl Spence has.
Well, you know what? If you want to say that, if I was Earl Spence, right, and if I was Earl Spence shoes right now, and same if I wasn't, well, since you're riding for him right now, because that's what it sounds like. So let me finish. Let me finish. I said it. So I caught you before you talked. Let me finish. So if I was going down that road and all that stuff, me beating Crawford, what would that do for my fucking career? I'm not talking about no Sean Porter. I'm not talking about all the rest of them dudes. I'm not talking about no Kell Brooks. I'm talking about me beating Crawford right now would do what for my career?
I don't know, bro. Terrence Crawford the numbers haven't been that great, bro.
Okay.
It hasn't.
Okay.
His numbers hasn't been that great.
I don't care about his numbers.
Yeah, if Spence beat Crawford, he could call himself undisputed.
I don't care.
Right now, that's what writes the ticket. That's big money. And boxing is a game, man. You have to sell yourself.
Let me say this right now. Let me say this.
Go ahead, I'm getting away.
I'm gonna say, do we believe that Terrence Crawford, if the shoe was on the other foot, if Terrence Crawford was the one who had to fought the better competition and who had the better numbers and pay-per-view and ticket sales, we don't think that he would be doing the same thing? You think he would be offering 50-50? You think so?
No, man.
I don't know what he'd do.
I agree on the 60-40. I think that's fair as a motherfucker, man. Because Terrence Crawford's never seen money like that. Errol Spence has earned the money like that. He's proved it with his last few pay-per-views. Now, to me, this fight is more than fair, and I just don't understand why Crawford's people don't sign the fucking thing. And to me, it's an ego thing. If it's Crawford not signing because he's not getting 50-50, his fucking people should say, "Hey, bullshit, farmer, look at this fucking money. This doesn't come out of manure."
Yeah, but who's Errol gonna fight next?
It doesn't fucking matter, man. This is the fight. Make your bag, and then
no, because you guys bringing up business. You guys are bringing up business.
No, I'm not, Mike. But he should take 40%.
I don't care what he take. I don't care what he take. I don't care who give what. I don't care. What I'm saying is that if everybody want to bring up business and everybody want to say this, then the third, there's always going to be something to be said about whatever you bring up. Because now, who is Earl going to fight next?
He can go to 154.
Okay, he can go to 154. Crawford can do the same damn thing.
Crawford's not going to go to 154.
I don't know. I said he can. I'm not saying he would.
He can, but he's not.
I don't know. I'm not Crawford. I'm not in this camp. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I've spoken to his team behind the scenes.
I don't know.
Hey, right now the demand is there. The fans want to see this fight. You do it when it's hot. You don't wait till one of them gets beat or till they retire for 6 months and come back. Right now is the time to make this fight. Now is when you can make the dollars that 60-40 that they're both hitting the gold mine. At 154, who knows what's going to happen? You got some badass competition.
I think Earl's likely to fight Ugas if the WBA doesn't strip Ugas of the Super WBA title. That's the next fight for Earl. They have 3 belts.
Well, y'all better keep shaking that dice then.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I do agree with what Bruce just said. Well, I'm going to say what I got to say. For me, for Terrence Bud Crawford to be recognised, not recognised because he is a recognised fighter. for me, for Terence Bud Crawford to do what he says he wants to do and get undisputed, he's got to take the 40% cut, 40-60, because he isn't a bigger name at welterweight than what Errol is. Like Callie pointed out before, Errol Spencer's fought better competition, better fighters. Go and fight. Go and fight, like I said before, Sean Porter. Or just take a fucking cut. Get off your high horse. Take a cut and fight Errol. Otherwise, we're never going to see this fight, because I don't believe that Errol will ever do a 50-50 with him.
They ought to look at the size of the pot instead of the percentage of it, man. You know, I think that might make Bud Crawford's people reconsider what this 40% actually is. You know, but I'm with you, man. It seems the more we hear about this fight, the further and further away it gets.
Exactly.
40% is probably $15 million, man.
Oh man,
that's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it.
You know it, Callie. You know we're way up there, man. Like I said, Farmer, this doesn't grow out of horse shit. Look at the money over here, man.
And when you start to think about it, though, and you think about if he end up fighting Ugas with or without the belt, that's still way better than what Terence Crawford's been fighting at welterweight. Ugas is better than everybody, than all of his competition.
Facts. Absolute facts, Callie.
And it's doable.
That's a cracking fight, that Ugas. And I tell you what, Callie, as well, and Bruce, if Ugas does fight, Errol Spence and Spence whoops his ass, then Terence Bud Crawford's gonna get an even smaller piece of the pie, because that means that by then that fucking Terence holds 3 belts to 1.
Yeah, 65-35 probably at that point. I don't think Earl dropped. I don't think he'll do 70-30, but he's probably thinking 65-35 at that point. But I would hope that he would stay at 40% with the 3 belts, just to make Terence. At that point, Terence, you're just being a straight asshole if you don't want to fight him. The man, 3 belts, not just 3 belts. Fuck the 3 belts. We're talking about a guy who does better pay-per-view numbers than you, who draws more people, who does better in ticket sales. But now he got 3 belts too. It's not. I mean, come on, bro. You do nothing better than him. I'm talking about as far as the business side. Exactly. And then on top of inside the ring, he's got 3 belts. So he has all the advantages on his side, and he's supposed to do 50-50 with you because you hold the last belt. You're just being a complete dick at that point. I can understand if you guys are doing similar numbers or he was doing better numbers on paper, but his numbers aren't even in the same galaxy.
Yeah.
Not even the same galaxy. So it's at this point, bro, on the business side, Earl's a fool. I'm gonna get in here with you, and I'm doing way better numbers. I'm just giving you a bunch of money to fight me.
Yeah.
And it's just at that point, he's like, nope. And it's just like a Terence Crawford, like, I'm not fighting you unless everything is in my favor, basically. And that's where it is gonna be. For it to be, and he thinks that is in his favor. 50-50 is in Terence Crawford's favor. It's not fair for Earl if you to go off. And people don't want to hear it, but going off the numbers, it's the truth. No businessman, no manager is going to recommend for a fighter who's doing way better numbers to do 50-50 with some dude, bro. It's just not going to happen. And no network is going to be like, oh, yeah, we should split it down the pot with the side who's doing less. Who would ever say that in any business deal?
Well, but that's the thing. Like I said before, this has happened before. You know what I'm saying? Not only has it happened before in boxing, that people when they want to be great and stuff like that, when they want to solidify themselves either as undisputed or whatever the case may be, this is sometimes the things that people do. Not only what that is that at the end of the day, this is just me, and this is just how I see it, because I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not a manager. I'm not one of these networks. How much money they make is not none of mine.
And you're not the one getting punched in the face.
This is just the way how I feel when people say certain things like y'all saying, is that y'all enabling these guys to sit up over here and argue, have an argument with about what people should take, because now you have fans out here coinciding with what they said. Also, with that being said, like I said before, this Earl and Crawford, the significance of the fight should compel both fighters to do whatever they need to do to make this fight, because the significance of the fight is that whoever leaves up out of here unscathed, as far as when it comes to pound for pound or undisputed or whatever the case may be, their further endeavors in boxing and stuff like that being solidified as the top guy in the welterweight division, and maybe also in maybe a couple of these other weight classes as well. I think that 10%, or you know what, at the end of the day, I don't care, because if them two guys get in the ring right now, and we looking fast forward and seeing what we're gonna see 6 months from now, 9 months from now, at the end of 2021, going into 2022, what are we gonna see?
Boxing is dying. Boxing's killing itself. But here's the thing, though, bro. You're telling a guy who's likely gonna a good chance that he may end it with some form of CTE, that he has to take less money when he's been doing better numbers.
Man,
nah, bro.
Man, let me tell you something. I play semi-pro fucking football for fucking free. So I don't want to hear no CTE.
Well, that's you.
I don't know. I don't want to hear no CTE concussions and all that shit. I play it because I love it.
I know, but that's
I'm pretty sure they love boxing. And I'm pretty sure they chose to do what they want to do for money.
Let me intervene real quick.
And
man.
hold on, let me say this. And if it wasn't for my black ass sitting up over here at home paying for these punk ass pay-per-views and tuning in to watch these fights, now nigga have nothing.
Stop fronting, you don't pay. But let me intervene real quick. With this Bud Errol debate, man, it's been going on for close to 3 years. And peace to everybody on the panel. Thanks for letting me on, Los. But it's been going on for 3 years, and both of these dudes are regular ass career fighters, man. Like, you can't say a victory over Porter and Danny Garcia, and now potentially Ugas, who nobody even knows what he looks like without googling him, are like some great feats that Errol Spence done. I mean, and
he looks like E.T. Yeah, but this is the best he can do.
Yeah, but like. But the best that you could do is honestly right in front of him. Like, I mean, and the same thing with Terrence Bud Crawford, like, fight each other. At the end of the day, like, these dudes both have like arguably regular careers. Like,
I've been saying since I turned my mic on here, get this fucking fight made.
And honestly, like, I could see from both perspectives. I mean, like, yeah, a lot of people want to make an argument that Errol Spence has accomplished more, even though, I mean, to me, it's just a regular career for Errol Spence, just same shit as it has been with Bud Crawford. Errol Spence has accomplished a little bit more, but if he wants that fight, he should say 50%. And I mean, with Bud's case, I mean, he probably thinks in the sense like, this motherfucker is like, I don't like him, and he's kind of like sunning me, like making it seem like I got to take 40%, like, because I'm the lesser man. It would be like if I needed a ride from somebody and it's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride, but open my door for me. I'd fucking walk to Florida, and if that's the case, because it's like a little bit of a form of slighting me or disrespect. But like, as fans, I mean, like, we shouldn't even be like co-signing like Errol Spence or neither one of them as saying like, oh, he don't have to do it because of this. Like, I mean, like, we should be pushing for that fight, because whoever is the victor of that fight, kind of like what Michael says, you won't be talking about Triple G with his like non-bullshit, with his pretty regular career too. I mean, like, whoever's
nobody
the
talks about Triple G now.
Nah, ESPN does though. I mean, like, and I mean, it's not like
I don't watch ESPN.
It's not like they're the Bible, or I'm being like, swayed by what ESPN says. But like, a lot of my casual friends, like, they'll be like, oh, nobody wants to fight Triple G. I'm like, yo, like, you must not be watching the sport. But like, for them to really break ground as far as like with casual fans, or bringing the sport back, or really pushing the scales, like, to where non-boxing fans know about these fights, is by fighting each other. Because quite frankly,
absolutely, I'm 100% with you, bro, man.
Yeah,
and right now we're flooded with mediocrity.
Errol Spence.
There's not one of these fighters that you're talking about that stands out in the crowd, man. If somebody makes some noise and shakes up this division, you know, then we're going to see a fighter rise to the top. You know, then we're going to have somebody that we can crave for with another fighter. But right now, man, who do we crave for?
You should be
two guys we're talking
thinking
about.
highly of Jamel Charlo. Jamel
Yeah, but Jamel Charlo, he could clean this pack out if he wanted to. You know, he's a lion. You know, you listen to him talk, man, and he's not afraid to fight anybody. But you know, talking about it and doing it are two different things. And I'm speaking strictly from a fan's point of view because I don't know what goes on outside, you know, his life. I want to see him in the ring and the division he's in. You know, there's dozens of fights that can be made, and there's welterweights that can come up, but nothing's happening. And
Jamel Charlo been fighting. Jamel Charlo been fighting people. He been fighting everybody.
Okay, yeah, but it takes two to dance now. Jamel's got to find a partner who's on par with him, and the closest one is Crawford. And man, you know, we could talk that fight. We could talk to hell and back with that fight.
I think he's too big for Crawford, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was back with Jamel Charlo.
Frankly, for the Charlos, I think
Jamel. Yeah, I just think Jamel was too big for Terrence, bro. I think
for both Charlos. I think both Charlos should be like in every interview calling out Canelo. And like both those dudes are front and two in my eyes, man. I mean, like
Cinnamon. And there's just so much talent in that division, man, that they can call out anybody there, man.
But I mean, like to really like make the same argument like that I was making as far as with Bud and Errol fighting each other and like what the victor would accomplish. I think both brothers should be calling out Canelo like every interview they do, not like twice a year like they're both doing now, or reportedly getting offered like I mean the shitty end of the stick as far as the cuts go or purse goes.
Canelo gonna fight whoever he want to fight. He ain't got to fight nobody. That dude got that kind of power.
I mean, like
come to terms with that shit now. He gonna fight.
But
who he
honestly,
wants
but I mean, like as Cali, as far as like the call out game when it comes to Jamel, when it comes to either Charlo, like calling out Canelo, I'm not gonna say it's been excellent. They do it like twice a year, if that. You know, they should be on every interview, like you know, calling it out.
I've said that before, but what I've learned from Canelo at this point has a power, has a name recognition. He ain't got to do shit but fight whoever the fuck he want to fight until he's done. And
absolutely, but honestly,
and that's what he gonna do. And that's what he's gonna do.
Like the only person that was on Canelo's ass like for his whole career, calling out Canelo in every turn, and I hate this motherfucker, was Triple G. And like Triple G got the fight twice, and he might get the fight.
But Triple G's a slow, flat-footed dude, bro.
He's right in front of you. I mean, I'm not endorsing.
And that's why he got it. But look, like Triple G, Canelo fighting the same kind of dudes. Slow, dudes who stand right in front of him.
But I think on an optics basis, like that, Jamel Charlo and Jamal Charlo should be calling out Canelo at every turn. I mean, like
Canelo also waited until Triple G looked vulnerable. The same thing he did for Kovalev. He fights, dude. He did the same thing that Danny Jacob looked vulnerable. He waits till you look vulnerable, then he want to fight you. As long as you're still looking at tough, he know when to fight dudes. Canelo's an opportunity.
I know. I agree with you 100%, Callie. I mean, but in the sense of like, you know, if it doesn't work, what's it going to cost the Charlos? Zero. I mean, like for them to be calling out Canelo at every turn, and people ultimately will see Canelo as a sort of pussy. I mean, they probably won't.
No, they won't. We know boxing fans. No, they won't.
It'll swing some momentum the Charlo's way. I think. I mean, like,
I don't, bro. I don't. I've seen boxing long enough. I've seen enough boxing fans, and I live in California, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. These dudes, they own code, bro. These people own code. They are not gonna change.
It may be a fruitless effort, but it doesn't hurt to try, especially if it's not costing anything.
I mean, they can go ahead and try, but I'm just gonna tell you it's not gonna work out because I know who's riding with Canelo. And
but they're not doing it though.
By these dudes. They not turning on that dude.
But the twins are 30 years old right now. They're not doing it. Like I mean, like
no, but Jamel Charlo's at 154. Canelo fighting at 168, bro.
I think both the twins should be calling them out, bro. Like I mean, if there's considerations for Errol Spence to fight Canelo, and Errol Spence is at 147,
you believe that shit? I don't.
I don't
believe that.
And not honestly. And honestly, Jamel Charlo, I think, could beat the shit out of Canelo if he on a good night, bro. But they're
not about to fight him. Canelo not about to fight him. I'm gonna tell you what Canelo gonna do.
I know he's not about to fight him, bro.
Canelo gonna continue to fight white dudes. But Turby's gonna get a little bit older. He gonna slip up a little bit. Then Canelo gonna go up to 175, beat his ass, and he gonna get full credit for beating Beterbiev. Not for the Beterbiev who was on the hot street who was looking unbeatable. He gonna fight a Beterbiev that slipped, and he gonna get credit for beating the same guy. That's what he gonna do. And he gonna do the same thing. He gonna fight somebody like Beeble. Then he gonna keep fighting a bunch of slow white dudes, bro. That's what he gonna do the rest of his career.
I think 75% Beterbiev will beat the shit out of Canelo. Frankly, bro. I don't
think it's too slow. I think Beterbiev is too slow, bro. Too slow, too flat-footed.
Well, shit, I thought Joe Joyce was too slow and too flat.
Dude, I see what Alfaro was saying.
Daniel Dubois, bro.
You gotta make the noise.
Ain't got that kind of skills. Come on, bro.
No,
you talking about a dude with slipping head, upper body, man? What the fuck you talking? That's a terrible comparison.
I like Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev's a great fighter, but
Daniel Dubois, a young fighter too. Me talking about Canelo experienced dude, bro, with a high level experience, bro.
Versus a guy,
great defense. Come on, bro.
Okay, so he fought a guy.
Beterbiev wouldn't beat Canelo.
It's about the same thing. They both the same kind of
thing, bro.
Dude, the only thing that set that whole fight apart was Daniel not getting past the fucking
Daniel Dubois was known for great defense. Please explain to me. Let me know when that was the case.
Was Joe Joyce known for great defense?
No, Joe Joyce doesn't have great defense.
The fight was even. So the fight was pretty much even. But
is Canelo known for great defense?
Canelo's known for good defense.
Canelo's not known for great defense. A great upper body move. He's not.
I say good defense.
Okay. Whoa, he's not known for a great upper body movement? I didn't know that.
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, he's not known for that. Okay. He's not known for great upper body movement.
You asked me.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna go with you. You said he's not known for great upper body movement.
No, I said he got good movement. That's what I said.
He's not known for that. So we're talking about a guy. You comparing him.
Let's just say who.
When have you ever seen Daniel Dubois slipping a bunch of shots?
Whenever you've seen Joe Joyce slip a bunch of shots.
I'm out, but it's not the same thing, bro. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. Of course, it's not the same thing. The level of competition that night was even. Besides Joe Joyce, besides Daniel Dubois not being able to get his eye away from a damn jab.
This sounds ridiculous. It's not, bro. I'm not trying to front, but it sounds stupid.
You comparing
a dude? Are you comparing a world-class fighter, Canelo Alvarez?
Dude, I'm not
a world-class fighter and Canelo Alvarez who's fighting.
You're not listening to me.
Elite competition versus Joe Joyce,
Kelly,
and Daniel Dubois who fight nobody. Daniel Dubois to fight nobody.
Kelly, I'm not fucking comparing them to them. I'm not doing that. I'm comparing Joe Joyce to Daniel Dubois and comparing the other fighter to Canelo. That's what I'm doing. They pretty much, if you look at it, it could be a 50-50 fucking fight between Canelo and that guy and Joe Joyce and Daniel.
It's not a 50-50 fight between Canelo and that dude. Canelo has the ability to slip and counter, bro.
Okay,
something that Daniel Dubois didn't have the ability to do.
Okay, yeah, slip and counter. So Canelo, on your accord, Canelo has been catching a whole bunch of slow white guys.
That's all he fights.
Okay. So now but he's supposed to have great defense.
Yes,
that's my case.
Great defense, bro.
That's my case.
Yes, he has great defense.
One thing I can say, I told if you go through my archives on the video, that's my only claim to fame. I told everyone over a year ago that Joe Joyce was going to beat Daniel Dubois, and people thought I was talking shit. And that's all I can say on that.
You look at your old video, Lars. I wrote the same thing on there, I believe. I thought Joe Joyce was going to beat him too, man.
And Lowe's, you were also on the Beterbiev train like before anybody. I'm surprised you think Canelo would beat him now.
Yeah, because I tell you the reason why, Kelly. Good point, Bruce. But the reason why I say that Canelo would beat Beterbiev, Al, because I like it, like you just said. I've always liked Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev's a good fighter, but he's too inactive. Very, very. I mean, when was his last fight? Nearly 2 years ago. He's 36.
Hold on, let me say this, not to cut you off, but Watcher, I just seen what you posting in. Erislandy Lara and these are not even the same guys with far skill. Lara is far more skilled than Joe Joyce will ever be. It's a different and athletic, far more athletic. It's not this. That's a terrible comparison.
They're not even the same style of fighters, man.
What's going on? Because I can't see half these flipping comments. I'm seeing
Yeah,
different
that's
comments
leading.
on my phone
A
compared
stiff
to what I'm
slow
seeing
dude,
on
bro.
StreamYard.
Wait,
You know, Google might be going a little. They might be playing with you because they were deleting my comments, man. You know, wrenched or not. It's just they get these certain words, or somebody was telling me that people that have a lot of wrenches, they monitor them. I don't know, man. But
yeah, I've seen Rob Sportsman Lee put it on my phone that Google keep deleting.
Yeah,
I haven't seen shit deleted.
Mo.
Yeah, I gotta take off, boys. Like, thanks for letting me on, though, Lowe's. Nice catching up with all y'all. Callie,
yeah, you're welcome.
Bruce, Watcher, Mike.
I'm gonna get off my
Mo boxing. Stop, bro.
Squeeze.
Joe Joyce said the best time is quit, bro. Quit that bullshit. Stop. He has the best timing in boxing. Joe Joyce.
Love for that fight with Ortiz to happen. Because for all those sheep that are saying that Joyce would run through him, we'll fucking see, won't we?
He's had like 4 opportunities to fight Luis Ortiz. I mean, they were both under Al Heyman, bro. And Luis Ortiz's team wanted to fight. Joe Joyce ran from that fight, bro. He don't want no smoke, bro.
No, he not beating Ortiz.
I'm convinced Joe Joyce is the Matrix. He looks slow, but man,
he's effective.
He's effective, and he's got that jab. It's like a Sonny Liston jab. It breaks
cast iron jaw.
Yeah, he's got the jaw of George Savallo. He's got the jab of Sonny Liston. It's too bad he's so damn slow, man. But that could be an optical illusion.
Yeah. How can he do a backflip? Well, he can't even do a backflip anymore because he gained so much weight.
That's right, man. Joe was doing backflips a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he can't do it anymore. But I don't know how somebody with this athletic background can do that.
Joe Joyce, he does like capoeira. He knows how to do capoeira.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
and he's hella slow. And he should be fast, bro.
He can speak. He can speak about 5 or 6 different languages.
Yeah,
he's a clever kid.
I heard he's half Nigerian.
Well, he looks 10 years younger. He looks 10 years younger than his age. Because what is he? 33, 32, 33?
Yeah,
he's 35 now.
Oh, 35, man. He's a young looking 35 too, man. I'll tell you, he's look at his face, his features.
I just found out Viterbi is going to be 37. Oh yeah, Canelo will fight that dude next year.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Well, you want to give him a couple of soft touches first, you know. Get him ready for the plucking, and then bring him over here to the United States. Canelo will pick him clean to the bones.
I think Viterbiev can fight, but I think like his only big win is Gvozdyk, and I swear to God, you can ask Laws. I said I would bet everything that he would not Gvozdyk out.
Ones weren't we, Time? Yeah. Me and you were the only ones who said.
No. I picked him. I picked him and beat Gvozdyk too as well. Because remember, he beat Gvozdyk's ass in the amateurs. People forget about that.
No, I remember your interview with Gvozdyk, Callie. I remember when you interviewed Gvozdyk.
That was Brooklyn Boxing who interviewed him.
Yeah, Brooklyn Child who interviewed him. Yeah. Right, listen, brothers. I'm going to have to get up out of here because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning over here.
Where the fuck you think you're going? It's a Friday.
It's Saturday over here. Like Sunday over here.
No, it's Sunday morning. It's Sunday where he's at. It's 5. It's only 5 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's Saturday over here. My bad. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Lord. Hey, man, I appreciate the platform.
I'm in Michigan. No, I thought it was Friday.
Oh, yeah, you're out ahead of me.
You're welcome.
But yeah, man,
dude,
as far as that, brother,
it was definitely fun. Callie, a pleasure meeting you, brother.
Oh, pleasure too, man. I always see you in the chat room, stuff like that, man.
Always, man. Always.
Yeah, I can always pick that up for you. See, you from Mass? You from Mass?
Yeah, what part of everywhere, man.
Rhode Island, brother.
Providence,
Rhode Island.
Oh, you said Demetrius Andrade guy, right?
Dude, I know the whole crew, bro. Andrade, if you're gonna say his name, say it right.
No. They call it Andrade, but I mean it's
Andrade.
No, but if you know where he comes from, and you know that he comes from a place.
He comes from Cape Verde,
Africa.
Yeah,
Cape Verde, yeah.
Cape Verde,
and that was controlled by the Portuguese. That's pronounced Andrade. It's really pronounced Andrade.
Yeah, but in Rhode Island it's
name.
pronounced Andrade, and anybody of his family, they're getting pissed off that everybody's calling him Andrade, and they say it's fucking Andrade, man. It's fucking Andrade.
Tell him to drop the Portuguese name. Tell him to drop the Portuguese name.
That's what I've heard. Andrade.
Tell him. Tell Andrade. Tell Andrade to go. Tell Andrade to go get a DNA test. Let me say that.
That nigga still can't get it right.
Here, let me say, tell Andrade to go get a DNA test, find out what his complete ethnicity is of African, and then go to one of the villages. He's from Cape Verde. Tell him to go there and get his name changed.
Loaded with Cape Verdeans, man. All fishermen.
I know.
It's from a small island, and they're all fishermen, and they sell, fish in trucks around here in the streets, and there's a lot of Cape Verdeans, and they get very offensive when you start comparing them, to Black Americans, dude. I'll tell you, man.
I know, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about them. I know, because a big portion of the slave trade happened over there at Cape Verde.
Yeah,
a lot of folks don't know that. They were a lot of
Bristol,
those
Rhode Island,
what they call
was a center, man.
No, a lot of what you call those mulatto people, they call them mulattoes, the half black, half should say the half African, half Portuguese. Actually, Sephardic. That's the whole thing. Sephardic Jews. They were involved in the slave trade. They were selling of the full Africans. They did.
Yeah, Rhode Island was a big place for slave trading. They still have mansions in Bristol and in Newport that have the chains in the cellar. They take you on tours and you can see this. And a lot of these people stayed here and immigrated here, and their families came here. So we have a big population of Cape Verdeans.
Yeah, a lot of Sephardic Jews end up selling in the Boston in the Northeast. Yes. A lot of Sephardic Jews end up selling in the Northeast as well. But what you'll find out is Reese, you look at Andrade or Richard Andrade, whatever, man, right? That you'll check out him. I guarantee you, looking at him, I know that he probably has Sephardic Jew in him, more than likely. He probably has the Sephardic Jew in him. Looking at his I know he does. Looking at his last name, so he might be related to some of the slave traders. I'm not joking, bro.
Dude, I see some fights where they're saying, man, I'm not colored, I'm Portuguese. Oh, yeah, well, I'm Portuguese, I'm not colored. Bang, 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 bang. Dude.
Sound effects.
I'm going to have to get up out of here because it's getting late. Don't mean
go for it, man. Go for it, man.
Brother. Hey, man. I'm gonna dip out right now.
I like Andrade, bro. I like Andrade.
He said he right this time.
Dude can fight. No, I mean, I'm just saying that's the way the name is pronounced.
The number 154 pound amateur.
As someone who's been learning Spanish, and I know the Spanish because that name is from the Iberian Peninsula. Andrade, whether it's pronounced that in Spain and in Portugal. So that's I'm used to them pronouncing things correctly. As someone who's been learning Espanol and who wants to learn Portuguese and the Latin language. So
well, I'll tell you, bro, man, we get a lot of them here, and they call themselves right off the boat. Right off the boat, first generation from Portugal, and my name is Jorge Andrade. My name's Jose Andrade.
Right. I'm up out of here.
Oh, you talking? Yeah. No, right. you said a lot of the Cape Verdeans, they don't want to be compared to Black Americans. We're not trying to be compared to them niggas. We know we different. We are our own tribe. We are an amalgamation of West and Central Africans. So we already know we are. We know that technically we're not those people. We are our own tribe, the descendants of slaves here. So I'm not worried about that. Because I know, unfortunately, not all, but there are a lot of Africans who do not like Black Americans, and that's fine.
Same with Jamaicans as well.
Yep.
Right.
All right, Laws, man, be quiet and take a chair, man. We still talking.
I've got to. It's 1:05 in the morning, man. My fucking eyes are dropping down. I'm going to sleep.
Shit, I gotta wash my ass. I've been underneath my car all day.
Go open up the business, Mike. I'll slide over there.
Right, I'm up out of here.
I can't go tonight.
Callie, an absolute pleasure.
Hey, what position you play, Michael? What position you play football?
Defensive back.
Defensive back. Hey, a lot of teams need one. Go play in the NFL, bro. Stop playing for free.
I ain't playing for the white man. I'm joking.
Like, they said that motherfucker like, here's $6 million for you to play a year. Mike, he's
Yes,
like, I'm gone.
yes, master. Yes, master.
Right, I'm leaving it on that. I'm up out of here. Salute
All right,
Kelly,
man.
salute Mike, Bruce Go, salute to you, and salute to the chat and everyone who come through. Much appreciated. Much love. Catch you on next one.
Peace to the chat.
All right,
Peace.
Bruce.